Yo, you're muted. You're muted. You're muted on YouTube. You had it for a second and then it like changed. So like it's gonna take a second for it to catch up live, but it seems still muted on my end. Give it a second. I'm in the bear. You had it. Yeah, you guys are good. I can hear myself good. All right, peace. I don't know what you're doing with me. All right, see ya. All right, hold up. All right. Okay, I can hear myself, but I can't hear you talking live. No. Okay, myself, but I can't hear you talking. No. Nope, not yet. Okay. I can't hear you talking. No, not yet. Nope, not yet. No, I can't hear you guys broadcasting. I can hear myself broadcasting through your broadcast on YouTube, but I can't hear you guys through YouTube. No, not yet. Nope, not yet. Somehow you guys are muted. No, I can't hear you guys broadcast. Is it your headphone settings again?
Do it now.
Test. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
1, 2. 1, 2.
Somehow you guys are muted. No, I can't hear you guys broadcast. Is it your headphone settings again?
Do it now. Oh, we can hear
Okay,
you.
yeah, I hear him.
I think I just heard, yeah.
All right, we fixed it.
Did we?
Yeah.
We'll keep going. I'll jump back in if I don't hear it.
Thank you.
Can y'all
No
hear
problem.
us? Let us know if y'all can hear us in the YouTube chat, please. Strahd said he could hear us. Toby saying we're good now.
Yeah, we're good
Are
now.
we good?
All right. I looked at it. Something was off. Something happened. But anyway, we're back.
All right, for the 4th time, I'll do the intro. Welcome everybody to Wednesday. It is Davey's Dark Tournament Day. You know, it's me, Seb.
Me, Larry.
That One Piece talk. Every time the intro gets worse. The first intro was so good. It was so good. Oh my god. Well, I apologize for the technical difficulties.
It's Strahd's fault because Strahd is so great, and his greatness then.
It's your
out.
fault.
Yeah.
It's your fault. It's 100% your fault. But we appreciate all y'all being here and appreciate all the patience. You know, it was a struggle to start, but it should be a really fun week for the DDT. Really interested in some of these matchups that we have today. I really want to know, like, as always, I did no research, so you know what I'm saying. I apologize for any weak takes that I might give, but I hope that y'all have had some research that y'all did. I was arguing with Larry about an upcoming matchup that's not on this week.
We don't argue, we debate.
No, we was but he's right. And in that spirit, welcome to the DDT. If you guys are interested, please join us on the Discord and enter the entrance to the den before we drag you guys up. As always, please remain muted until you are called upon. We just can't have you guys going back and forth. It makes it too difficult to clip audios for the videos that we try to do on TikTok and on YouTube for the shorts. So appreciate that. Larry, you have anything you want to say before we get started?
No spoilers.
Yes, absolutely.
Automatic ban, bro.
No spoilers.
No spoilers for any leaks you have may heard. Any ending of the One Piece. I don't care, bro. It's not allowed.
Yeah, no spoiler talk.
Not
Please
allowed.
don't spoil for your fellow One Piece fans in the YouTube chat or otherwise.
No.
We did actually get 2 super chats before we got started. We got a $2 super chat from Mr. Bushido56. He says, "What other manga do you read besides One Piece?"
Yo, really?
You just eating? I read a decent amount of manga. I mean, I've fallen off recently. I don't read as much manga as I used to. But I read a couple delinquent manga. For those of you out in the Discord, y'all know I'm a huge fan of Crows and Worst, as well as QP and some of the others in the 𝗓𝐻𝐸 universe. 𝐻𝐢𝐿𝐻 𝐸𝐻 Kingdom, some of the more completed mangas, 𝐬𝐻𝐻, just a lot of really good ones that were back in the day. But those are the ones that I kind of gravitate to. How about you, Larry?
Right now, I mainly just read My Hero Academia, One Piece, Boruto, and Dragon Ball Super.
You reading Boruto, bro?
Well, the Boruto manga is actually really good. It's all right. It's not really good, but it's pretty good.
I'm not judging you, but I am.
My Hero, all right. These are like mangas that like I won't wait for them to drop. I'll just read them like if I go into the app and I'm like, oh snap, it's there, and I'll just read through it. Like sometimes there'll be times where I don't read My Hero, and I'll read like 3 chapters in a row just because I'm like so out of.
You know what you need to do that for? 𝐻𝐢𝐻𝐸 𝐸𝐻, because you're like 150 chapters back, bro, and I'm tired of you right now. I am.
Yo,
I just am.
I just don't feel the need to read any other manga, bro.
It's
I get enough.
so good right now, bro.
You know what it is? Is because I do so much editing, and I listen to so much One Piece, and One Piece is around my lifestyle all the time. Bro, I have no choice. Like, why would I want to jump into anything? Bro, I think One Punch Man is better than One Piece.
Yo.
That's my favorite manga now. But I haven't read it since the break.
So you're letting him, like, that doesn't make sense.
I'm too consumed.
Take. I'm gonna give you. We gotta give Larry a week off, yo. That's what it is. I'm gonna give you a week off so you can binge 𝐸𝐻 and binge One Punch Man and some of these other mangas. For y'all in the chat, please drop whatever mangas recommendations you guys have for us or your fellow One Piece fans in the chat. I know that a lot of people love like Attack on Titan. I'm a huge Vinland Saga guy as well. Kingdom and Vinland Saga are my joints. We got another super chat from Strahd. Oh yeah, it's we love this community. Thank you for being patient. Thank you so much. Strahd also did 10 gifted memberships, so thank you so much, Strahd. He's too nice.
Strahd, bro.
Too nice, man.
What is wrong with you, bro? You come in here and you help us, and you do a nice thing like that again. I have some very kind words to say mean to you. You smell good.
You look good.
What is that, Burberry?
Yeah, that movie never gets old, bro. Why did that scene happen? But all right.
No.
Yeah, we got some dope and manga recommendations in there. Record of Ragnarok, Blame, Black Clover.
Oh, I was reading Black Clover too until I stopped because they got to Wano.
We got another super chat from Mr. Bushido56. $2. Thank you so much. It says, out of all of you guys, who would win in a brawl?
Sebastian.
I would win by default.
He's a good grappler. He's a good grappler.
I would win by default because Lawrence and Lino and Larry would refuse to hit me, but they wouldn't refuse to hit one another. So I would like just play in the background until one of them got tired. And then I'm getting my choke, like Larry said, I'm getting my choke holded. And then it's over.
Honestly, it's realistically, it's probably Lino.
Lino hit the hardest, though.
Because
he do.
Lawrence is very kind. As much of he's a jerk, he's very kind. So Lawrence wouldn't want to do anything, and I probably wouldn't want to either. But if Lionel like snapped, it's kind of over for everybody. If Lionel snaps, bro, because he's done it before. He just gets into that mode, or like everything's black.
They sent Seb in the kitchen with the yogurt. We gotta stop giving them lore about our actual lives. But we appreciate the super chats, Mr. Bushido.
Yes, thank you guys. All right.
Yeah, let's get into it, man. Who we got in the den?
Give me a second. Let me switch it real quick.
What's our first matchup? Because our first matchup is going to be 𝐵𝗵𝐻𝐻𝐵𝗵𝐻 versus Magellan. Does Magellan have a first or last name? No, it's just Magellan, right?
It's just Magellan.
The poison prison boss. You know what I'm saying?
Also, the art provided at the top right, there's two different types of art. There's one from us just to have the verses, but the actual one of like Magellan and Capone fighting in Impel Down is from Mr. D Artist. He's in the Discord. So if you ever need anything art-wise that you want to portray, please use him as one of your artists to create stuff. His link is in the description of this video.
Absolutely, man. And Mr. D Artist does dope work. We stumbled upon him just sketching some of our stuff, and we love to be able to shout him out. He does great work for us. If you guys need any sketch work or any artwork in general, please utilize Mr. D Artist. He's dope. Larry, we got another super chat. It's from Malachi Davis. I think it's Malachi.
No.
It says, do you guys think...
Malaki.
It says, do you guys think Oden would have killed Kaido if he didn't get distracted by the fake Momo?
No.
I think it's possible. I think it's possible. I don't know. But
I think a lot of people don't realize that when Kaido got cut by Oden, yeah, it was like really bad. It left him a scar that he'll have forever. But to me, in my opinion, even so, Oden might have not had enough in order to like process the cut. He might have not had enough because he was already facing a huge army versus like with his 9 scabbards. Like it was just his scabbards and him, and he was already tired by the time he got to Kaido, and then he cut Kaido. And it was like, yo, he needed that extra slice in order to cut Kaido's head off. To me personally, like, in order to have 2 conquerors face each other and then one conqueror goes for the head, I'm to assume that 2 conquerors are going to clash before that. And then he'd be able to cut the head off the same way like Luffy clashed with Kaido and then he punched through him. I don't necessarily think that Kaido would just get his head cut off. I mean, if so, that means that Oden is as much of like a Mihawk level type character right now than we ever thought. And like, I just don't think that he was Mihawk level. I think he's where Yamato or Zoro. No, well, he's stronger than Zoro right now. He's a little bit stronger than Zoro.
Yamato.
He's a little bit stronger than Yamato.
Mhm.
And I don't think that's enough to cut Kaido's head off.
I just
But
want
that's
you to
also
know-
Kaido 20 years ago, right? So
Yo, we just got Mihawk hype from Larry. I didn't think we was gonna get that on this
Listen,
stream. I wasn't expecting that.
listen, bro.
I just wasn't. I would say I do agree with Larry. Like ultimately, Oden was dealing with a lot more. He was way more fatigued than he would need to be to like win an outright fight versus Kaido. Because that's the thing. It's not just that he got distracted by Momo is why he lost. Like it's like he was already fighting a bunch of people and everything, and then fought Kaido in that little skirmish. So it's like, you know, I just don't think he had enough energy left to win that overall.
Listen, this is what it ultimately comes down to. Wherever you perceive Kaido to be at that moment determines if Oden was capable of doing so or not. That's really it. Like, we don't know how strong Kaido was 20 years ago, but we know he was strong still. Like, he was up there to the point where, like, he needed somebody like Oden, who was a monster at birth, like Whitebeard was and like Big Mom was. Like, this is a person that was hyped up as much as them when they were like babies. He was accomplishing great things. Now, Oden, right now, like if Oden right now fought Kaido again, I'm giving it to Oden, bro.
Wait, what?
I'm giving it to Oden.
If
If Oden had 20 years to get strong.
Oh, if he got the 20 years
Yeah,
and then fought the Kaido that we see right now?
Yes.
I disagree.
I'm giving it to Oden.
I disagree.
I'm giving it to
the
Oden.
Kaido we saw?
Yeah.
I don't know about that, dog. I don't know about
Even
that.
no, hold on.
You're perceiving like what Oden would be in 20 years.
Yeah,
I think Oden was closer to his peak than you probably do.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? I just do.
Oden wasn't.
I think Oden was closer to his peak than Kaido was.
Yo, Oden was dancing for 5 years.
I assume he was training too.
He was dancing for 5 years, bro.
Listen, bro. The Kaido I saw was crazy.
Yeah, Kaido was crazy.
Crazy, bro.
It's still an extremely difficult fight.
Sure. I mean, yeah. Like, listen, yeah. I mean, they're relatively even or whatever, right?
All right. Anyway, guys, what I think we're gonna end up doing, because I'm looking at the Discord now, I'm just gonna bring all you guys in. So, I know you're probably hearing this very late, but I'm gonna do that now. So, here we go. All right, there we go. What's up, everybody?
Hey, y'all. Welcome to the DDT.
Scott.
Yeah, we dragged all y'all up here. We didn't feel like making y'all wait when we had y'all waiting earlier. Sorry.
That's not my fault.
It was 100% your
That's
fault.
Shin's fault.
100%
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, you gotta give it to
That's
Shin,
crazy.
bro. It's Shin's fault.
It is
bro.
Shin's fault because he be caping for Reeboku and no.
Nah, Sam, you be bugging in the Kingdom channel. You
No, I don't, man. No, I
you
don't.
be bugging. Yes, you do.
I be spin, bro.
Pause.
What's up, y'all? Hope y'all are having an awesome Wednesday like we are, except Larry. But yeah, who you got? I mean, you know the vibes. Who you got? What diff and why? The first matchup of the day is going to be 𝐓𝐿𝐴 versus Magellan. This should be an interesting one to discuss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some stuff to say
Not
about
at
this
all,
one.
man. Yeah, I got some
say.
beef with y'all, Seb. I got some beef.
I
You got
do,
beef
I
with
do
me?
too.
Be with me over what? What I do?
Magellan should have be in this tournament. It's
Why is
disrespectful.
he in this tournament, bro?
Listen.
Like, it's insane.
There are people in this tournament that might could beat Magellan in a fight. All right, and they mid. So it is.
There's not a single person.
What are you talking about? Announced in this tournament?
It's something.
And Nell's in this tournament?
Yes.
Why y'all being so disrespectful, man? That's crazy.
Yo, again, I labeled the terms for the mid tier. If Gear 4th Luffy is not needed to defeat you, you can be put in the mid tier. But
Then why is Magellan here?
Luffy would not need Gear 4 to beat Magellan, bro.
Why is Magellan here?
Right.
I'll stay on it, but we can say that for another day.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Luffy
god.
had Magellan taking knees pre-skip, bro. No hockey.
You
Take
probably just need to go
Take
to
it.
the bathroom.
Man.
You probably just need to go to the bathroom, let's be honest.
What was jinbei doing? What was Crocodile doing? What was Eva doing? What were they doing?
They didn't have
Listen.
hockey, I guess.
Listen, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Listen.
I guess no one in the series had hockey just because Luffy didn't have it and we couldn't see it because we're seeing the story from his point of view.
Yo, Chris really coming at you right
Yo,
now.
he is, and I don't care, bro. I don't. Chris can say whatever you want. He ain't even got the silky on today.
Yo, we got
Crazy.
Stride.
Oh, no, I'll put it on.
Let's
Trust yo.
Put that silky on before you talk to me like that.
I'm about to, bro. I'm about to. I got you.
go.
What's up, y'all? What's up, Strahd? What's up, Shin? Who else in here? What is up? What's up, Miko? Nude?
No,
What's
Trelease.
up?
Neutral Release? I think that's a new name. I'm not familiar.
Yeah, it's new.
Welcome. What's up, Infamous? Wandon?
So, Ragnar.
We got
Don,
Ragnar.
Barnes, Ragnar, and Toby, as always. What's going on, y'all? Welcome. But we can get started. I'm gonna make sure Chris go last because he was talking crazy
Just go in order,
to
bro.
go. You right. I should.
Yeah.
I'm speaking facts.
But all right, yeah, I'm gonna go in order from where I see y'all on here. So Toby, you first up, man. I don't know what you eating or drinking, but it's probably some BS as always. All right.
Hey, bro.
Terrible.
I got
man.
a track meet on Friday. I'm just eating the way I can for now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's Wednesday.
Mhm. But all right,
But
you know the vibes, man. Who you got? What diff and why? Beige versus Magellan.
wait, does Beige have hockey?
I believe so. Yeah. Right.
Right?
I
He
mean-
should. He should. He should.
I mean, you can
Right.
say he does,
It's-
but
Again, fair and reasonable speculation.
All right.
He done
I'm
got
gonna
hockey.
give him that. Oh man,
it's not like it matters. But
bro, nah, cause what if Magellan catch a few? Like what if Bege just pop pop pop? He got hockey on his bullets. He not gonna get hurt at all? Like I don't know. I'm just thinking.
I'm taking notes, by the way.
Yo, again, pre-skip Luffy had this man taking a knee. That's all I'm
yo, you
saying.
gotta stop saying that. That's
It happened.
Yo.
You can't act like it didn't happen.
okay.
It happened.
Can you let him go?
I think y'all might be overrating Magellan just a little, bro. I feel
All
like
right,
I feel like
we're
this
gonna
stuff-
skip the Barnes.
Nah.
I feel like nah, bro. Larry, you almost had me when you said Oden over Kaido. I was finna. You saved yourself last second. I don't want to hear it. But I was gonna give it to Magellan anyways. I was just saying. I feel like it's harder than people are saying it is, bro. It's. I want to say mid div. People think it's no div. They think about the poison. Bege has no counter for his poison, of course. Magellan is clearly a monster. I just feel like, bro, if Bege has a better, he probably has better hockey. We don't know, but we do know. Does Magellan have hockey?
No.
I think so.
Listen, man, you can speculate, bro.
I think it's
Fair
fair
and
and reasonable to
reasonable.
speculate that he does.
All right,
Yeah,
all right,
you know.
he might have hockey. All right, he might have hockey, but like I said, it's more in Magellan's favor. So I'm gonna give it to Magellan mid div. But yo, don't act like Bege is just getting stomped on, bro. He's not
He is.
Bellamy. He's not Bellamy. He's not. I ain't gonna do it to shit.
Hey, y'all, wait y'all
Right.
turn.
All right, yo, Chris, but I can't wait till you speak, bro.
Oh no, trust. I can't wait either, man. I'm about to. Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm waiting.
that's it. Magellan mid div.
Nah. Appreciate the take, Toby. We'll go to Barnes.
As usual, Toby, you have positioned yourself as the off today. Chris, first of all, Chris, you're tripping. Shin, you're tripping as well. I know what y'all talking about. Bege, Capone Bege, our resident mafioso, is winning this. I'm gonna give it a high diff. Magellan is a problem. Listen, y'all. First of all, I would like to acknowledge Magellan's strength. Yes, he has the red double. Yes, his abilities melt through stone. Yes, Magellan is a problem. We understand this. But that whole red devil thing y'all are saying, where Magellan is going to send it at Bege and then melt his stone instantly. Like I said in the den, this man is not Shigaraki. His decay doesn't operate immediately. It takes time to travel. And what's the name? Capone's big. I looked up the size of Big Father. It's taller than Little Orange Jr., which was taller than the walls of Marineford. And there are at least 50 or more shooters and cannons outfitted on Big Father. I don't think Magellan is going to be able to destroy all of Big Father before catching some bullets. Across DDT, I have been a very large proponent of using firearms to end your opponents, and I believe it's the same here. He's gonna catch them. He's gonna clutch the Mac 15, the Glock, at all times. That's all.
Who was that? Barnes? That was Barnes, right?
Yeah, bro.
That
Take
was
your
Barnes,
notes.
yeah.
All right.
Appreciate the take, Barnes. Oh, what was the diff? You said high diff?
High diff, yeah.
Strahd, it's on you.
Had limited time, but I'll give a couple points. I think it's Magellan. I don't know what was just being said to the opposite. I thought that was just kind of crazy. But I think it's Magellan. I think it's low diff. I think Magellan was able to put like Ace up against the wall with one arm without his double fruit. I don't see BG doing that days. Not to mention he's been guarding level 6 prisoners for a long time. That's a lot of beatings you're gonna have to take, a lot of things you're gonna have to withstand. I'm pretty sure that I was looking at something that said he was able to withstand like the boiling temperatures of level 3 and 4. I don't think BG's. He might do that with the castle and all that, but are we gonna just forget the point that Magellan just one-shotted Blackbeard pretty much, unless it wasn't for a plot Shiryu coming in. So
And his crew, Strahd. Don't forget that.
So I don't think I don't think BG's taking out Blackbeard. So I think this is Magellan low diff. Yeah, and that's my turn.
All right. Appreciate the take, Strahd. We'll go to Ragnar. Ragnar, you there? Ragnar, if you're there, we can't hear you. We're gonna drop you and try to bring you back in.
Ragnar, try talking.
Do you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good. Sorry about that. You know, Discord be bugging.
Oh, it's all good. Look, all I'm gonna say is, if you got Jinbei running from you, you're probably up there with admirals, because he didn't run from Akainu. Magellan mid diff.
That's another good point.
Short and sweet to the point. It's rare for Ragnar. But I appreciate the take.
I'm surprised he didn't go for beige, bro.
I thought he was gonna have some...
I would go for beige. I'm not gonna lie, I would. But the thing is, unless you're gonna bring all his soldiers with him, then you give him the advantage that his soldiers have armament hockey. Then I can't give it to him.
Hold on. Like I said, if you've seen them do it on panel in these tournaments, in the DDT, you can do it. I don't think we've seen his soldiers use armament hockey.
Are you giving beige the poison weapon you got from Caesar?
He used poison on poison.
He does have it in his arsenal.
He used poison on a poison man. I don't know if that's the go-to.
Well, we know that Magellan is not immune to his own poison because he does get side effects from it. Because he gets poisoned himself.
He eat that first.
So if you can overload him with poison, you could force him to meet his back and leave us in battle. I don't know. You can make an argument.
Listen,
it's true.
Are you making that argument, Ragnar?
No, I'm not. You made Jinbei run away, so he's got here.
All right. Appreciate the take. We'll go to... I can't see this name.
Which one? Empty Vanity.
Yeah. I don't know if this is your first DDT, but welcome.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. How's it going, man?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah, it is my first DDT. I'm usually working when y'all do these, but I had the week off, so it's my first time.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us, man. Cheers to you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So who you got, man? What diff?
So I got Magellan, and I got him low diff. I kind of want to say mid just because I do rock with Capone, but I really don't think there's anything he can. I just think Magellan is Magellan's probably high tier, honestly. Like, I know he's in the mid tier tournament, but he's just so far up there that I don't feel like Capone can really do anything to win, honestly. He may be able to hurt him, maybe land some blows if he has hockey. But I feel like if Capone has hockey, then I feel like Magellan definitely has hockey. I feel like it's reasonable to speculate that he would have hockey if he was the warden of Impel Down. So
yeah, I think it's...
I got Magellan, low diff.
All right.
Appreciate the take.
Yeah, thank you for
MP. We'll go to Infamous Wannabe Goat. What's going on, man?
I'm good. For this fight, I'm gonna give it to Magellan, but first I gotta give some credit to. I'm gonna say that this is definitely a high diff fight because Capone does have stuff in his arsenal. I looked up on the wiki. Apparently, he has a spear made of sea stone, which he used to restrain Caesar. And so, if Page has that, I definitely think he could definitely hurt.
Does he?
Magellan.
Does
yeah,
he now?
Does. In his weapons. If you look on the wiki, he used a spear to what is it called? Subdue Caesar.
Hold on. I'm sorry, Infamous. Barnes, don't nod. You didn't bring that up. you didn't bring that. You came for this, man. You didn't bring that up. That would have been a very different argument. But all right, I apologize, Infamous. Go continue.
It's okay. I gotta give it to, as I said before, give it to Bege because he does have several moves, several weaponry in his arsenal. But what gives it to Magellan is that because of Magellan's Red Devil form, how it's able to spread no matter what weaponry you use, I gotta say that he'll use enough of that move before he goes in number 2 to defeat or he goes Age. And also when you think about it, nobody has mentioned this yet, but speed feats, I would have to say Bege is pretty slow with his Big Father, and because of that, Magellan should be able to move fast enough, but while Babe still gets his moves off, but Magellan wins at the end of the day, high diff.
All right. Appreciate the take, Infamous. Yeah, I think it's a little closer than it's been made out by some of y'all so far. But we'll go to Wandon.
Hey, I was about to say Magellan low diff, but until I heard that spear, I'm moving up to mid diff. That spear's pretty nice. But yeah, I think if he gives the spear to one of his people, they come out small, but they turn big pretty fast. I don't think it would be a surprise. And then if he used Big Father, I looked at the picture. It got like a lot of windows and his eyes showing. So if that poison get inside his eyes or something, it's up. So yeah, Magellan mid diff.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate the take, Wandon. We'll go to Miko.
Yeah, what's good, everybody? Everybody,
Hey,
have a
what's
good
up,
day.
Miko?
For my take, I'll say Magellan mid diff. I like Capone. I like the whole mafia stuff. Always been a big fan of that stuff. But Capone's very strategic. We got to give him that. He's pretty smart. He has his people with him. But that red devil, that red poison, that be melting through the concrete. And he feels pain too. When Big Mom was hitting the big castle thing, he was like in pain. So he's not gonna be able to think or act as well if the poison is getting on the castle. So, I mean, with that being said, Magellan, he has taken cannon fire before. He's taken hits from Luffy. I know it's pre-time skip, but even pre-time skip, Luffy hit hard. He ain't hockey. But yeah, I mean, Jinbei was running, Prison Buff, Crocodile was running, and after that, he was fighting everybody. So I gotta give it to Magellan.
All right. Appreciate the take, Miko. We'll go to Neutralis. I don't know how to say this.
Hey, y'all got shit in the lobby.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh,
Yes, sir. How's it going, man? Is this your first
Hi,
DDT?
man. Yeah, it's my first DDT.
Oh, welcome,
So
welcome,
thank you
man.
guys for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming, bro.
Thanks, man. So Magellan versus Page, I have Magellan, and I think it's gonna be midday for me. And reason I say that is because we're gonna have bigger soldiers with him for this fight.
All right.
No, I'm asking, does Bitch have his soldiers?
Yeah,
with him?
essentially in the DDT, if you've done it on panel, you can do it in the DDT. So Page has however many people you've seen, and we allow reasonable speculation. So if you think he can store like 1,000 people, 100 people, 2,000, 300,000, whatever you think it is, I mean I don't know if that's reasonable, but whatever is fair and reasonable, as far as the number of soldiers he can store.
Yeah, I'm still gonna give it to Magellan because I think his poison is just a bit overpowered for Bitch, and I think I guess the only chance that Bitch would have is if he uses Big Father. But even if he does, I think someone mentioned about the windows and stuff, right? If the poison gets anywhere close to Big Father, or has the chance of getting inside the Big Father itself and actually affecting his soldiers, right? He'll quickly close that up, and if he does, it's over for Bitch, in my opinion.
Such a great take.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, man. First DDT,
Thanks,
spin some facts. Appreciate the take. How do you pronounce your name? I'm trying to make sure I remember it.
Neutralize. Like, you know what neutralize means? Yeah,
neutralize. Okay.
Yeah, neutralize. Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate the take, man. We'll go to Chris. Oh, hating ass, Chris.
Hating. I'm trying to put respect.
Yo, profanity.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I'm trying to put respect to people who deserve it.
Go ahead, cook.
Barnes. What would you say? You said something about Big Father and him being tall and bullets and just a bunch of random stuff that has no bearing on how this fight is going to turn out. What's lower than low diff?
No diff.
What's wrong?
What's lower than low diff?
I think it's no diff, right?
Negative.
Neg diff,
Like
no diff, neg
diff.
diff. Yeah.
That's what's about to happen. Anyone in the chat that is upset with what I'm about to say, y'all could come for me in the Discord, and I'll fight you with smoke. But I stand by this. Magellan is a pseudo admiral. Say it again. Magellan is a pseudo admiral. If he was not stationed in Impel Down, he will be on the same level as all the admirals you love. 𝐻𝐢𝐻𝐿, 𝐓𝐻𝐼𝐸, Akano, Fujitora.
Whoa!
That's cap.
I'm dead serious.
That's cap.
I'm dead serious.
That's cap.
I'm dead serious.
That's cap.
I'm dead serious. When 𝐓𝐻𝐼𝐸 quit,
his name ain't get brought up.
Hold on, let him cook.
And Akano got promoted, and like Magellan would have been one of those to replace him if he was out in the outside world.
Ain't this man get demoted?
Let him go, bro.
He chose to. He actually kept his job. So Goku was like, "You can keep your job because you that dude. You that dude. You can keep your job." But Magellan, being the type of man he is, with honor, he was like, "You know what? I feel so bad. I'm gonna commit suicide." They're like, nah, just demote yourself. We'll live with that. Don't kill yourself. We need you because this prison is full of a lot of big bads, and there's no one we got up here that can do what you do. Put respect on this man. I think a lot of times y'all be watching One Piece and get stuck from Luffy's perspective. Like how y'all like view the story is just so stagnant on how we see Luffy. Oh, Luffy didn't have hockey, so these people that we don't see don't have hockey. It's like that's the point. Like we don't know what hockey is, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And so to think that Magellan might or doesn't have it is ridiculous to me. Even if you do have hockey, it does not matter. If you touch Magellan, you're gonna get poisoned. We saw that with Luffy. You so focused on like, oh, Magellan took a knee. What happened when Luffy touched him? He got his hands full of poison, and that affected him for the rest of the fight. Luffy went Gear second. Regardless of how you feel about pre-time skip Luffy, Gear second Luffy was still fast. Magellan was able to keep up with him like it was nothing. Grabbing his punches, knock him to the ground. The reason I brought up Big Father, like, oh, he's tall. Like, I don't know how y'all could be watching One Piece and still get fooled by like tall things. Like the Giants suck. You know what I'm saying? Oars got defeated by like pre-time skip Straw Hats. Pika was like the size of an island, got cut in like 64 pieces by one man.
Wasn't he just hyping up Luffy's speed 3 times skip 2 seconds ago?
It's a pretty great man he got
now,
cut by.
People
Pretty great man. Pretty great man.
Is a problem. Whatever, Chris.
Pretty great man.
Yo,
but look,
Chris,
man. But point is,
high tier people, bro.
But look, man.
Bro,
What I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is the reason why I brought up Big Father being tall or whatnot does not matter. I feel like a lot of people really got to rewatch Impel Down and really focus on Magellan. Luffy, Jinbei, Crocodile, Ivankov, etc. not only couldn't defeat him, but they chose not to fight because they knew they couldn't win. And the only reason why they escaped was partially because Luffy had to buy time. They didn't defeat Magellan. You know what I'm saying? They didn't fight him 1-on-1 or 2-on-1. Mr. 3 had to use his wax to form a wall. Luffy used Gear 3, a big hit Gear 3, to push that wall onto the Venom Demon so that they could buy time to escape, and then that was it. But if you look at that scene one more time, that candle wall, which is an inanimate object, was starting to get poison spread on itself. So that signifies to me that Magellan's poison doesn't only affect human beings, it affects inanimate objects. We also see that when he fought Luffy the first time. When he fought Luffy the first time, there was at some point where he was trying to like stab Luffy with like something on his head that he pulled out. He got stuck on the wall, and the wall started to melt. We've seen the poison melt steel. We've seen the poison melt stone. That poison is vicious. The other thing about the poison is that I think a lot of times people think that his poison is just like venomous. Like he has other types of poison. He had that chloroform ball thing that he spit on Luffy. It was like laughing and tear gas. He's basically like an overpowered Caesar. He has both liquid poison and gas poison. Man, I can really go in. You know what I'm saying? Like defeating the Black Bear Pirates with just one hit. Defeating 𝐲𝐸. That's how 𝐲𝐸 got knocked out or got locked down in level 6. Like 𝐲𝐸 beat. Magellan beat 𝐲𝐸. 𝐓𝐢𝐦𝐞, who y'all love so much, or like I think someone in the weight room was talking about like Kuma. Like Kuma could beat Magellan. 𝐓𝐢𝐴𝐻, we saw scrap with Kuma at the war. We didn't see how it played out. It was like a small little skirmish, whatever. It showed that 𝐓𝐢𝐴𝐻 was more or less on Kuma's level. That same 𝐓𝐢𝐴𝐻 got washed by Magellan in 10 seconds flat. And so, I don't know, to me, Capone, you know what I'm saying, would be doing the exact same thing he did on Whole Cake Island if he came across Magellan, which is to hide, recruit some members, to formulate a plan, because he knows he ain't winning by himself. So Magellan, _, honestly, yeah, like I said, I stand by like Magellan being a pseudo-admiral. Instead, we could hop on the Discord too and talk about Gear 4 Luffy versus Magellan.
We could do that. And honestly, Chris, a lot of that was very well said, and I appreciate the take. I do. I just need you to chill. When you say pseudo-admiral, you're not wrong per se, but that's like me when I used to say Dofi was a baby Yonko. He ain't really up there, bro. You know what I'm saying? He just ain't.
I'm just saying, like, what have we seen from the Admirals that we haven't seen from Magellan? We haven't seen them use hockey. Who have we seen use hockey?
Hockey.
Who have we seen use hockey?
Durability feets.
They all three use it at Marineford.
Yo, shit.
Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah. But okay,
yeah.
Replace any one of them with Magellan. Y'all don't think
if we replace any of the hold on, shit. I'm gonna get to you, Shin. If we replace any of the admirals with Magellan at Impel Down, nobody's escaping. Not a soul. Not a soul is escaping.
Agree.
All right, so that's the difference between an admiral and a pseudo admiral.
No.
Okay.
No. Basically, you just said like, if we replace an admiral with Magellan, you know, like no one's escaping. I agree with that. What I'm asking you is, if we replace one of the admirals with Magellan,
what, at Marineford? Like, what do you mean?
Marineford, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the result? They losing because we lost one of the admirals?
I mean, the Marines are already heavily favored in the fight anyway. Like, it's not like... I feel you, though.
I just think narratively, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's like I don't know. Like, maybe we just sleep on Impel Down in general. Maybe we just sleep on level 6 in general because we don't really see a lot of those prisoners.
I think part of the reason why, and again, I got to get to Shin, but I think part of the reason why people bypass Magellan running Impel Down is because most of the characters are, you know, heavily sea-stoned and pacified and tortured before Magellan, or like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like Magellan is fighting these people one-on-one in fights and then locking them up. They're already locked up. So, like, if Doflamingo goes to Impel Down, right? He's already been fought and defeated and is sea-stone cuffed, and then he goes through torture and then gets the Impel Down. It's not like, yo, fresh Dofi pulls up and it's like, yo, if you win this fight, I'm locked up or not. It's not what's happening. And that's just, and I'm not trying to knock Magellan, but I do think that does play a role in where people scale him. Because if he was just straight up defeating all these people and locking them up and maintaining them and making sure they were stayed down, that'd be a different thing entirely. He would be admiral level. You'd need to be.
I'm not saying about locking them up. I'm saying about him having that position to begin with. If you the world government, if you the Marines, who are you stationing at Impel Down?
Poison
Who's
guy.
the warden right now at Impel Down?
I mean, that's Magellan's choice, though. By Magellan's choice, though.
But yo, Chris, I gotta get the Shin's take, but I appreciate it, man.
Well, let's get to Shin.
Oh wait, and I think I'm sorry. One last thing. Ragnarok said that something about like poison or whatever.
Yeah,
I forgot who was talking about poison.
I think he said if you get poisoned, like he's susceptible to poison because his own poison can hurt him.
Yeah, no, that's not true. That's not true. He's immune to poison, and he literally eats poison for lunch. That's why he has diarrhea. Like the same poison that be killing people.
Ragnar's point is that the fact that he gets diarrhea is proof positive that he's not immune to it. He just has high tolerance. But
I think that shows immunity.
He actually is immune. That's just a side effect of being immune.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It actually states he's immune.
I always thought he was immune. But, all right, Shin, it's on you, man.
Yeah, I heard a lot of stuff, a lot of tomfoolery, and I'm gonna go against a lot of y'all. First off, I want to say empty vanity. I love the profile pic, kid laughing. You know, perfect. Another
Yo,
kid.
you go out of your way,
Oh
bro.
my gosh, bro. I'm not gonna.
Out of your way, bro.
He just had to do it.
Yeah, I don't even know why Magellan is in this tournament, but since he is, we just gonna have to rock with it. And I'm gonna say it's gonna go to Magellan, obviously, and it's gonna be between mid to low diff. Like, all right, it's gonna go between mid to low diff. And the reason being, first off, it's Bege. Like, come on now. Like, the best thing Bege can pull out his bag is Big Father. And even if he got like 2,000, 3,000, all his soldiers is fodder. They all fodder. Like, the only person we know that is not fodder is whoever that dude is with the purple slick back hair that be dripped out, like whatever his name is. Vito. That's the only non-fodder fodder. That's just what I'm gonna call him because he has a name. He's the only non-fodder fodder. Next, Magellan's like it's gonna he gonna know Bege is gonna do Big Father. Like if as soon as Bege turns Big Father, oh, you want to do that? Boom, Pokemon, Red Demon, right at you. And Red Demon instantly melting through all that stone, and it all that stone, and if that gets inside, when it gets inside, it's over with. Now I do want to say people overhype Magellan too much. Chris, what I heard from you just now was absolutely insane. Like, we already was arguing in the interest of the den. So, like, him being pseudo admiral level is invalid. He has not showcased any amount of any type of hockey. If he did, he would have been like, oh, I see Luffy get third kick through the candle wall with my observation hockey. Let me dodge to the side. No, he did not do that. Let me armament hockey some stuff. No, he did not do it. He is completely devil fruit reliant because I have not seen any hockey from him.
We time skip got you on the chokehold, but go on.
Okay. I got you. You can say he got hockey. Completely fine. That's completely fine. But the thing is, the reason I don't think he has hockey, one, you have to train your hockey. You're not finna train your hockey if you're the warden doing all this political office work and watching all these prisoners. You don't have no time to train. Next, hockey blooms in the middle of your fights. You don't fight nobody in the prison that's everybody already tied down. People already come in the sea stone. People already be weakened. People just walk to their cell and say, have a nice day. You literally have different things on each level to do the work for you. You have 4 awakened Zoan monsters doing the work for you. You had a freaky girl doing the work for you. Everybody was doing the work for you.
What was her name? Sadie?
Shin, did Ikainu get stronger or weaker in the 2 years since he's been?
Hold on.
One at a time,
you gotta let him go.
So, like I said, your hockey, we all know hockey blooms in your toughest battles. If everybody is locked up and you're not fighting nobody, your hockey is not going to bloom. Don't even say that Shiryu fight that he had was enough to be able to bloom his hockey. Please don't say that. So that's why I'm not even going – that's all I got to say of why he's not even pseudo-admiral level, because the admirals are just insane. They shown hockey at Marineford with Aokiji with the future side being able to dodge hockey-infused Kumagiri from Whitebeard. You saw them hold off the trimmer with all the advanced Rio that they showed at Marineford. So they all got hockey. None of the admirals are even they passed Magellan level. But back to the Bege versus Magellan. Magellan is obviously going to take this. His poison is way too strong. It seeps through metal, stone, all the stuff he said. And even if you shoot him, the bullets are probably going to get slowed down by the poison and melt before they even touch him. So there's no point. You're going to have. I've never seen Bege with sea stone bullets. I've never seen him use hockey infused bullets. So therefore, he's not going to be able to bypass that poison at all. And then The source material speaks for itself. It's Magellan. Low diff.
Alright. Appreciate the take, Shin. We go to
I would like to
Muppets.
say I'm changing my vote.
Oh, you changing your vote, Ragnar?
Yeah, I'm changing it back to Bege.
And do you want to give us a why?
What did I say? What did I say?
You didn't say no, it's not you, Shem. It's
He
not.
just wants
It's
to be
not you.
wrong.
I said it earlier. I said it earlier in the comments, but nobody saw it. It's more like I think if the poison seeps through the wall, they can clean it up. Because I think there was some statement made that the inside the castle represents like Bege's body, right? Am I tripping?
Wait, what? They can clean it up.
Like inside the castle represents Bege's body.
Mm-hmm.
It's still beige though.
Yeah, that's fine. But if it's working based on how a normal human body works, if you keep cleaning up the poison and flushing it down the toilet, he's fine. He just needs to crack some farts and he's all good.
You can't
You're
clean
reaching.
poison.
You're reaching, bro.
Huge
You can't
reach.
clean
All I'm
poison.
saying.
Yo, Ragnar, there's an avenue for Capone to win this based off DDT rules.
And we literally saw Buggy,
And that's not it.
Mr. 3 and them try to do the same thing.
Write it backwards next time, Strahd.
Yeah, you gotta write it backwards, Sean.
I wrote it. What you talking about? You couldn't read that?
I mean, we could. But...
No, I couldn't.
Oh, well, that's your problem because I did write it backwards.
Ooh.
But we gotta go to Muppets.
Oh, let me try to bring him down and bring him back up.
Muppets, we're gonna drop you real quick and bring you back in to see if we can get your audio working. Test, Muppets, going once.
Am I good?
Yes, sir. How's it going, man?
Good. How you doing?
I am good. Nice little Wednesday.
That's good. This is a crazy fight. I don't know why anyone's picking Beige over Magellan. Like, the cleanup in your body with poison, like that's a crazy take. But anyway,
it's Ragnar.
If you have people, you know, a lot stronger than you in jail, not breaking out, it's because of Magellan. Magellan's keeping them in line. Like before, you got little whatever her name is in the Minotaurs. But if you had people like Crocodile and Gear 2 Luffy who died once before and 𝐸𝐴 can break out easily, then you have a lot stronger people who can do the same, and they didn't escape. So it's Magellan, like no diff at all.
Wise man. Who was that?
That was Muppets.
Muppets.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate the take, Muppets. Larry, it's on you.
It's Magellan, no diff, baby.
That's all. That's all.
Like, there's two people in this tournament that I expect to see in the finals. It's Magellan and Anel. And I truly believe that Magellan, like, yo, give him hockey. He an admiral, bro. Like, that's really it. Like, if you really
need more than just hockey.
yo, bro, if you really gave him
more than just hockey.
Hold on. If you really gave him hockey, bro, he would have to be at least the beginnings of an admiral. Like, there is nobody else I could think that's closer than he would be besides Fujitora coming out of nowhere and Green Bull coming out of nowhere and being what they are. If there was anybody I was suspecting that was going to be the next admiral, it'd be freaking 𝐸𝐴 or it'd be Magellan. Like, those are the only two people I could actually think about that could replace those spots. There was a clear indication that Magellan was to be feared. When everybody was escaping, Jinbei, the son of the sea, 𝐸𝐏𝐿𝐴, considerably the second commander, you know what I'm saying, above Sabo. He's the Marco of the revolutionaries. And yet even he and everybody else combined was like, nah. Him alone. They were like, yo, we can't fight. And
Crocodile too.
Yo, y'all be talking about like the Sea Stone Cubs kept them there, whatever. That's true. These boys didn't have Sea Stone Cups when they was running. They just ran.
They was also trying to do something
bro,
else. But I feel you.
They ran.
They were trying to do something
bro,
else.
they said, yo,
I feel you.
he's chasing after us. We have to somehow get a ship in order to get off Impel Down to avoid him.
They was trying to y'all aren't factoring in. They were trying to save Ace too. Like that's a part of it.
They trying to save Ace.
Just that.
Hold on.
I forgot to add two.
Hold on. Hold on. The fact is, if you have all these elite people and they allied together, then just get rid of Magellan and just have the same urgency.
Poison difficult.
But what did they do? They depended on Waxman to create his impenetrable wax museums to hit Magellan. Like they weren't like, all right, put it this way. 𝐓𝐻𝐿𝐴 was willing to fight 𝗂𝐚𝐬 because he was like, yo, I could just fight 𝗂𝐚𝐬. And he burnt his fingers, right? He wasn't willing to take that chance from Magellan, dog.
Yo, again, though.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. You're not accounting for the plot at all right now.
Am I fighting like, bro? If we're really looking at it, all right. Put it this way. He has a wink, bro, that necessarily don't even have to touch Magellan. And he ain't even use it.
They thought he used it.
He used it to escape. He used it to get away.
Think of the anime only. He was using the wink. He
used it to get away, bro.
Yeah. Listen.
I feel like we're just spectating them right now, the way Larry's talking to Seb.
It's fine because I got something in my pocket.
I got even in my pocket. Hold on. It's not even that. Everybody always want to look at Jinbei and like 𝐓𝐻𝐿𝐴 because obviously they're the stronger of the group. Yo, Crocodile is literally an infinite Logia of sand. He could have just dried up wherever Magellan was. And he was like, yo, I can't even break the floors because he's just going to Hydra towards us and just keep chasing. Like, this man was such a menace. Yo, I'm sorry, bro. Beige is like the bottom two of the supernova of the worst generation. And it's not even like close. It's negative.
Bottom
bro.
two.
He's down.
I mean,
Pseudo Admiral if he had hockey, dog.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
I'm done. I'm done. Sebastian has spent a whole lot of nonsense.
I'm gonna give my take.
Larry.
I'm gonna give my take.
Wait, Seb, because Larry, you know what Magellan also said? He said that his Venom Demon could destroy all of Impel Down.
So with time.
He said his Venom Demon could destroy all of Impel Down.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda, bro. Shoulda did that. Shoulda did it then. All right.
Yeah, you should have done it.
They're not gonna destroy your home. That's where he lives. It's his favorite.
Hold on. Everybody, real quick. And I just thought of this. Crocodile was willing to fight 𝗂𝐚𝐬, dog. Like he used his ability on 𝗂𝐚𝐬. He didn't use it against Magellan.
And Whitebeard. And Whitebeard. And Whitebeard.
Chill out.
Hey, yo.
And Whitebeard.
Chill out with that.
He clashed from me hard.
Y'all just ignore narrative. And it's like y'all get so stuck on like, if I don't see hockey, they don't have it.
Let me give my take, y'all. Because it's time. It's time.
One at a time.
But I appreciate the take, Larry. I do. You want to jump out the window a little bit, but I respect it. I
said nothing but facts.
There's one thing that all of y'all have forgotten: the rules and terms of the DDT. And it's very special in this case with Capone and his ability. If you've done it on panel, you can do it in the DDT. Capone has let Luffy, Jinbei, the Germa twins and all them out of his ability using it, all right? So he can bring them to the fight if need be.
Oh, they can run? They can run? So they can run?
They pulling up. Whole Cake Island versions of all of those characters.
So they can run?
Whole Cake Island versions of all of those characters. Magellan getting smoked. I don't care. I do not care.
So they can run.
Yeah,
so they can run. So they can run again.
Yeah, smoke. Pseudo admirals. I don't hear nothing about those pseudo admirals, man.
Too many people talking.
Okay, all of them pulling up.
Give me a lot of cardio.
Pulling up.
A lot of cardio.
Running from nothing. He got poison immunity now, and he can use Gear 4 if need be. We talking about, man.
Seb, the other thing about the DDT tournament is that they can't escape.
Don't tell me about it, Chris.
They can't escape.
My terms. These is my terms, bro.
Running is not an option.
Listen, ain't no running. Ain't no running. Ain't no need to run. Yo, Luffy, yo, help me out real quick, bro. It's Magellan. Jinbei, throw some water on him. All right.
Stop it, man.
All right, but based off real terminology, because that is very specific to
That's
DDT.
beyond reasonable speculation.
Yo, well, again, it's fair and reasonable, and if you've done it on panel. Now, if we ignore that rule, like all y'all did, whatever, it's fine. Magellan beats Beige low diff. Like it's nothing, bro. I'm sorry. Like I agree with a lot of the stuff that was said, but given the stipulations of the DDT, if he gets to use his ability in the way that he has used it, plus that Sea Stone that I don't remember who it was who brought it up, but listen, you do all that Sea Stone plus Luffy plus Jinbei plus the German. Come on, man. Come on, man.
It was infamous. Infamous brought up the Sea Stone.
Stop it. You can't run in the DDT though. You can't escape.
Yo, listen, Luffy don't gotta run from Magellan no more, bro. He don't.
Yeah, but y'all
Whole cake, Luffy.
Whole cake Luffy don't gotta run from Magellan no more, man.
Is whole cake Luffy being an admiral to you?
No, but Magellan not an admiral.
If not,
oh god,
then I got Magellan.
Oh my god.
Sorry. You the admiral.
Put me down for Magellan, because
admiral.
that's the actual vote. That's the actual vote. But I didn't even say
Pseudo
that.
admiral.
We're gonna go to the next matchup, but we did have some super chats, so everybody please mute up so I can read these off. Thank you so much.
You know, the only other thing I want to say is this is where it gets so frustrating to me, bro. Because people be like, yo, Blackbeard just as strong as Shanks pre-time skip. We had the Yami right and Impel down, right? Because he scarred Shanks. But then Magellan just one-shots him and his whole crew, and the only reason he survives is because of fate. Because somebody brought him a vaccine because they directly know how to cure the poison of Magellan. And yet Magellan don't get shine?
I mean, he won the vote 12-2. And I still don't know what Ragnar switched his vote for.
Larry, you know how they be. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
You know how they be.
Yo,
BS is what it is.
I gotta read these super chats. Everybody mute up, please. Thank you.
Yo, when does it start to math up, bro?
Larry, you gotta mute up too, bro. All right. Very much in the vein of this conversation, we got a $2 super chat from Mr. Bushido56. It says, would Magellan be admiral if Marine? Oh, would be an admiral if Marine, but I got Beige. We got some Beige supporters out there. He's losing the vote on YouTube 87% to 13%. So this. We got another $10 super chat from our boy Oz the Phenom. It says, we in this bit. Thank you, Oz. Oz, pull up if you can, man. Pull up if you can.
Thank you, guys.
We got another $5 super chat from Pig Hudson. It says, sup Nakama, can't get into the DDT tonight, but made the best mid win. Much love. I'm starting to think I probably shouldn't have put Magellan on here. I'm starting to feel that way. Maybe he's a little too strong for this tournament. I'll give Chris that nod. I will. Still took knees from pre-skip Luffy. I just want to point that out.
You got an L in here. I mean, gotta have somebody else in there.
All right. We got another $5 super chat from Shake That Hole.
What the fuck?
I don't know, man. It says, I'm 7 minutes behind and homie is cooking, calling Magellan a pseudo-admiral. Finally, someone with logic putting respect on his name. How do I get in the Discord? Well, one, thank you for the super chat. To get into the Discord, you have to join and join the entrance to the den.
No, you gotta go to the video description, and there's a link in the description below for the Discord. Yeah.
And then jump into the entrance to the den. We'll drag you up.
We'll just drag you in.
Appreciate it, Shake That Hole. Funny name. And we got another $2 super chat from Terrible TJ. It says, Magellan, why are y'all even debating? Yeah, this one, I tried to bring some excitement to it, but we knew who was winning.
Of course.
But all right. Appreciate the takes, everybody. We'll move on to our next matchup, which is going to be Kinemon versus Apoo. So yeah, Firefox Kinemon versus Apoo. What is Apoo's? Scratchman Apoo? What is his?
Scratchman
Apoo? The Roar of the Sea, right? I think it is.
I forgot his actual
moniker. Right? I think it's Roar of the Sea is his moniker, right?
I believe so. And I think you got another super chat there, Seb.
Yo, can we return that one? Yo, Magellan not a pseudo admiral, yo. Chill out. He a baby admiral. Pseudo means like you could actually like bang with them low key. Nah, bro, chill out.
I know what it means. I know what it means. I'm using my words intentionally.
Is a pseudo Yonko. You know what I'm saying? As far as power goes, but like, you know, The difference. The difference. But I appreciate the super chat.
Yeah, thanks,
Chris. We do. We do. But all right, y'all. Next matchup. Apoo versus Kinemon. And we'll start from the bottom, so we'll go with Chin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, snap. So, first off, Apoo versus Kinemon. Apoo was able to damage, and what y'all like to say, make his eyes go white to Luffy. Like, he was able to damage Luffy and damage Zoro at Wano before they even made it to the rooftop. Let it be known that Zoro and Luffy wasn't as strong as they are now, obviously, but he was still able to do that. Next, Kinemon just had a bad showing in Wano. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I wanted Kinemon to, like, at least defeat, like, somebody that he hated, like a 𝐲𝐸 or maybe a 𝗃𝐴, but, like, he just kept getting folded whenever he was on screen. Rooftop had the blood gushing out. He went inside the attic, got stabbed in half, and went top and bottom. Like, the best feat I really ever seen Kinemon do was team up with the other 𝐓𝐽𝐽, the other 3 𝐓𝐽𝐽, and do the onigiri, not the onigiri, the Oden move, whatever that was, Paradise or whatever. And that didn't even reopen Kaido's scar. Apoo is a supernova. His devil fruit ability is actually insane when you really think about it. Because I forgot all he can do, but I know he can make you explode, like, off, like, if you just hear it. And, like, Kinemon not gonna know, unless, like, in the DDT, they know each other's powers in and out, right? Or am I wrong?
I don't think we ever actually, like, came to terms with that. I think it would be unfair to say they do now when we haven't said that they could before, so.
Right, so, probably not. So, like, after Apoo hit his chest a few times, Kinemon blow up, he gonna get cut in half, because, like, at the end of the day, he's still half and half. So, like, once he half and half, like, he ain't gonna be able to do nothing. I forgot what other, I know he got cymbals and, like, a saxophone on his elbow and stuff. I forgot what those do. I'm gonna give it to somebody else to explain that. Go look it up on the wiki, but I'm not even gonna say that. And then another feat from Kinemon was cutting metal at Punk Hazard. That's the only other feat, but, like, cutting metal ain't nothing when you're in the new world, honestly. Kinemon does have Ryo, though, but I don't think he's gonna be able to get to Apoo when Apoo is, because Apoo is actually quite fast, seeing that he was able to still run away from Zoro when Zoro was chasing him down until, like, Zoro got serious, obviously, but he was still able to, like, hold the antidote for a decent amount of time before Zoro got to him. And I'm gonna give it to Apoo, just out of respect for my man who waited 20 years to beat Kyle. I'm gonna give it to Apoo high def.
All right. Appreciate the take, Ken. We'll go to Muppets.
All right. So I thought of this before reading the chat, but the speculation is that he can create earmuffs, to just block out the sound. And just beat Apoo that way. Like, Apoo doesn't really have any, like, big feats. I don't think. Like, he can dodge. I think that's the best thing he did. He lost to Kilo. He ran away from Zoro. He didn't fight anybody major. At least Kinemon had major fights against Kaido. I mean, that was with the whole team, but still, Kinemon was the main factor of that fight. So I'm just going to give it to Kinemon high def.
All right. Appreciate the take, Muppets. We'll go to Chris.
This one is actually a good fight. Finally, people that deserve to be in the tournament. I think it's a good back and forth. I'm gonna give it to Kinemon. I feel like Apoo on paper is actually stronger than Kinemon, but I think Kinemon is actually one of the few people that is highly suitable to fight against Apoo. mainly because I feel like with Apoo's abilities, it's easily you can easily block it just by like blocking your ears. But if you do that, you can't use your hands. And for Kinemon being a sword user, he needs his hands to fight. But Kinemon has the ability to create clothes out of anything, I believe, or just like random inanimate objects. So if he just creates some air muffs, plug those in, and he can fight, then I think he could bang with Apoo. With that being said, I don't think Apoo is still a slouch. Apoo could still fight. We've seen him fight against Luffy, Kid, Killer, Zoro, Drake. He could take hits. But I think overall, though, he doesn't have Ryu, which Kinemon has. So I think Kinemon could pack a bigger punch than Apoo can. And, you know, we've seen Kinemon. I'm not even going to necessarily include the fact that he was able to take a hit from Kaido. I know that annoys a lot of people. I won't necessarily look at that feat and take it as Kinemon being able to have like strong durability. But that does at least show that he can take attacks from both the rooftop attacks and being slammed by Kaido. So the fact that Kinemon has Ryu and Apoo doesn't, I'm going to give it to Kinemon mid-diff.
Appreciate the take, Chris. We'll go to Mosby, 44. Mosby, are you there? Lost him. I don't know if we should try to get him back in or
I don't know. Let me see if he's there.
Have they been in the DDT before?
No.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
All right, we'll move on. We'll go to Miko. Miko, we can't hear you if you're chatting.
Let me drop him and put him back in. Try to talk again, Miko.
Test. Miko, going once.
Yo.
There you go. How's it going, man?
I'm good. Yeah, the whole making the earmuff thing, like his Daifuku ability to make the clothes, it's why I would choose Kinemon also. I do think Apoo's fast and, you know, and all that, but Kinemon's very durable. I mean, I know his narrative, but he did take a lot of hits from Kaido. He shouldn't have. I think it's also said that Jack was saying even after the fight that 𝗳𝗏 couldn't really mess with their scabbards. Like, he was kind of doubting their ability to beat them. And even Kinemon, when he was like on his last legs with a broken sword, he still stabbed through Kaido. So that Rio is serious. I think that he'll be able to get a fatal hit in on Apoo. So I'll say high diff.
All right.
Apoo high diff.
He said Kinemon high diff, I believe.
Kinemon? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Appreciate the take, Miko. We'll go to Wandon. And I don't know what you're doing, but mute up. Driving or something.
Yeah, I think I got a Kinemon too. He's a pretty good tactician. His plans work out sometimes. I think he can figure out Apoo's weakness.
Tactician.
I mean,
that is not.
He be coming on with some plans. You know, they be working sometimes. Sometimes they don't.
Accidentally.
I mean, it'll probably work in this case against Apoo because he got bad luck. But yeah, I'll take Kinemon mid-diff.
All right. Appreciate the take, Juan. We'll go to the DDT MVP as self-proclaimed. JT, welcome, man. I thought you was missing it tonight.
I did too. I got home earlier than I thought, so I was able to tap in. It's Kinemon versus who?
Apoo.
Ooh. I don't know. I'm not a huge Kinemon fan. I think that Oda's terrible writing has been keeping him alive recently. I think that he should have died multiple times. I feel like the fact that he's alive, I don't count that as a durability feat. That's just Oda wanting to be Oda, not wanting to kill anybody. So I'm not really gonna think too much into that.
JT, that is biased, but go on.
Hey man, at the time, everyone with DDT is biased at some time. So I'm gonna be biased. Apoo's a supernova. I mean, he was keeping up with Drake and Zoro a little bit, you know. He caught Luffy by surprise. Okay, he's nowhere near Luffy. I never said that, but he was catching Luffy by surprise sometimes. So I think, I'm not a fan of Kinemon. Like I said, I'm gonna give it to Apoo.
What's the diff?
Ooh, I don't know. They're both so weak. I'm gonna go extreme. I'll go extreme diff.
All right. Appreciate the take, JT. We'll move on to Infamous.
Now, this fight is very tricky because on paper, when looking at it, has a better fruit than Kinemon, no questions asked. And then with hockey, I'd say that Kinemon has better hockey than Apoo because even though if Apoo has armament hockey, it's like armament hardening. That's like level 1. While Kinemon has an advanced version with him doing, I'm not sure which one it was, maybe internal damage? Was that the one or was it emission?
I don't remember.
Oh, I'm gonna just go emission. Yeah, the one that you're able to just coat up as a defensive move. And then Apoo is definitely because he does have a lot of feats while when Kinemon was working with the 𝐲𝐸 9, even Shutenmaru, this was before the raid happened. Shutenmaru was like how, Kinemon, basically all this time when you've like been time traveled, we've been training for this raid for 20 years, while Kinemon has been, he got transferred to Punk Hazard. And even though we don't know who Apoo fought, we know that Apoo did survive on the Grand Line, according to the and also
Infamous, you're going like in and out, and now I can't hear you at all.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just repeat. I said that Apoo, like Kaido saw something in Apoo to be recruited in his crew. And with listing all that, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a difficult fight. But after what I'm hearing, I'll give the fight to. For this one, actually, I'll give the fight to Apoo.
On a menu,
Lucky, gotta mute up. Go ahead and finish up.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna give the fight to Apoo.
Okay. What's the diff? You said.
It's gonna be a tricky one. I could go either way, so I'm just gonna say mid diff.
Okay. All right. We'll go to Empty Vanity.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna take a page out of JT's book here and just go with my bias. I can't stand Apoo, man. Like the war supernova, bro. I can't stand him. But to be fair though, I think either way, I got Kinemon. It's pretty much already just been said. I think once he figures out the earmuffs thing, it's kind of wraps for Apoo. He does have Ryo, so I don't think Apoo can really stand up to. I don't think he has any durability that can really stand up to that. So like with bias, I'm saying Kinemon takes it maybe like low diff, but if I'm being for real, then probably like high diff. But Kinemon either way.
All right. I appreciate the take, Empty. We'll go to Ragnar.
I'll just say I agree with most people here. I think Kinemon takes it. And the earmuff thing is what I was going to say. But the truth is, Kinemon's ability can make any clothing he wants, including clothing he's seen before. I'm speaking about Germa. He can make Germa suits, guys. Yep, that's right. Kinemon is Germa. And he can do it because he wants to. And now that he has the Germa suit, he doesn't need earmuffs because guess what? The Germa suits come with earmuffs. There, he wins just because he's German.
Yo, is that
Low
true?
diff.
Is that
Yes, he
true?
can make any clothing he wants.
Fire take.
He can make any clothing he wants.
He wasn't on Whole Cake.
No, but Sanji has one. I don't know if he's seen Sanji in that suit though, man.
I don't think if he's seen Sanji.
I don't know if he's seen Sanji use it, man. I don't know, Ragnar.
If he's seen the suit, he can recreate it if he concentrates. If he doesn't concentrate, he can't create very detailed what he's thinking about.
Oh,
so if he's seen it, he could make it.
Where
That's what I was saying.
Kinemon?
If he has even one time seen Sanji in that suit, he can say that suit looks pretty broken. Let me wear that.
But Ragnar, the burden of proof is on the state. You got to prove to us that he's seen it. I don't think
Listen
you
to me.
confirmed that.
I ain't gotta prove he's seen it. I just gotta prove he can make it.
No.
Now,
What you mean?
I think
I
it's
don't know,
more
man.
fun to imagine.
look,
stuff
even if he
like
can't make, let's just say he can't make the Germa suit. Okay, oh no, he can't make the Germa suit. Oh no, you think he can still make the earmuffs? Okay, and he goes with a pretty normie plan that you guys have of covering his ears, like Apoo can hit off the earmuffs and then beat his ass. Yeah, y'all bugging.
Yeah, that's what I was about.
I'm just saying,
Like,
man.
even though Kinemon could create clothes, Apoo could just do more.
Let's just be
attacks
clear.
and just
Apoo
basically
has
knock
very
out
good
his
close
clothes.
combat abilities. He doesn't use them a lot, but he's been shown to be pretty skilled if he needs to be in close combat. If you're blocking both Drake and Zoro at the same time, you're not a scrub in close combat. You're not the best, but you're not a scrub, right? If he can even sacrifice a slash on himself to knock away the earmuffs and then do one sound attack, that's Kinemon right there.
So who you picking, bro? Because you went Kinemon.
I'm picking Kinemon because he can make the Germa suit. Y'all ain't gonna convince me he can't.
Come on, Ragnar. Come on, Ragnar. That's insane.
Isn't the Germa suit? It's destroyed too. So it's not even like Sanji could have showed it to him after the fact either. Like he straight up destroyed it. I don't know, man.
Yo, Seb, I'm trying to change my vote. Not because of everything that Ragnar just said, because that was crazy, but I'm trying to change to Kinemon. Mostly because I remembered one thing that Jack said was that even like a weakened Scabbard would still beat any Toby Ropo.
Okay.
I don't have.
And this is something I wanted to bring up earlier. Jack wasn't singularly talking about individual Scabbards, right? He was like, y'all can't go defeat all 9 of those dudes right now. Because they were all 9 together in a group in a room. And Toby Roper were attempting to pull up on them. So at least that was my interpretation of what Jack said. I could be wrong.
I might have to go reread it.
I could be wrong, but it wasn't like, yo, you gotta be like y'all can't beat any of those dudes one-on-one. It was like, yo, calm down, y'all can't go handle that. That's a lot of work for y'all. That was my interpretation.
Seb, I have a question.
What's up?
Yeah, a question I have real quickly. So you know how there were people like theorizing that Brook could be facing Apoo during the raid on Onigashima? Because I brought up Brook because Kinemon was able to keep up with his half torso was able to keep up with Brook during Punk Hazard and Brook was running away. So thinking about that, I might think about changing my vote to Kinemon.
You do what you feel, man.
Y'all kill me.
Y'all
kill me. Y'all kill me.
Kinemon, whatever.
It's actually a good point. It's actually one of my points, but yeah.
Yo, okay.
Yeah, do you think that Kinemon's question? Do you think that because if Kinemon could beat Apoo, do you think that Brook at Onigashima could beat Apoo?
I don't think Kinemon can beat Apoo. That's the thing.
Hey Shin, bro, don't get cranky just because your boy Kid's about to get washed.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yo, we gotta stay on topic. To answer the question, I don't know. Brook is low key like impervious to death at this point. Like I've seen his head come off multiple times. Like I don't know if he's even like if what Apoo does to him, like it'll break his bones, right? But he could just like put them back together. So like Brook's a weird matchup for people with brute blunt force attacks or even like sound attacks in this way. There's also another element to this fight that I don't think anyone's brought up yet. Maybe Strahd will. But I don't know. I'd really need to think about Brook versus Apoo. I know back then that was the theory that people had, but I'd really need to think about it.
We're talking about Brook now.
Nah, not exactly. But I appreciate the takes, y'all. We'll go to Strahd.
I don't know what point you're referring to, but the only thing that I haven't heard yet, I've heard a lot of good points. I like the earmuffs thing. I was wondering how long it's gonna be till someone said that. I was gonna say like earbuds, but I'm too stuck in current arc, so I'm too futuristic with it. So yeah, be earmuffs. But the biggest thing I see, and I have Kinemon low diff, by the way, Apoo. I don't think he's gonna be able to handle him, and the main reason why is even if he gets a couple hits in with the trombone, the piano keys, whatever, the slash, explosion, drum in the chest, whatever ability he's going to use. At the end of the day, Apoo aims with his eyes. And Kinemon has the perception hockey. And he's actually really rather skilled with it because, like Infamous just brought up, when he was separated by Law's 𝐲𝐸𝐸 no Mi, he was able to sense people around him with just pieces of his body, i.e. his torso was able to match broken swordsmanship without his head or his legs, using Oden's two-sword style. That's a feat, if you ask me. So if he's able to perceive things around him without his head or his legs, he's able to use two-sword style without like 66% of his body and do it well, I think he's going to be able to dodge Apoo effectively enough to just slice him up. I get he might be durable, this, that, and the other. I don't think Apoo is going to be able to pierce Kaido, and we know that a rage-filled Kinemon did. So I'm going to give it to Kinemon low diff. And that's my take.
Can I say something to Strahd?
I mean, you can, but I don't want to hear it.
I'm pretty sure. Kinemon, don't bring this observation hockey talking about his skill, because I'm pretty sure the legs was just running until someone caught it.
Okay,
Like,
okay, that's great.
Am I
The
tweaking?
legs recklessly attack. Yeah, I mean, we can go blow for blow if you're wrong. The legs recklessly attacked Luffy's group. The torso held off Brook. Sword blow for sword blow, matched him in swordsmanship without legs or head. All right, and the head itself got attached to a dragon, this, that, and the other. But by the way, all those different body parts navigated the geography by using this so-called perception hockey to get around. So what do you mean the so-called feat? Like his body parts were navigating Punk Hazard by themselves using this hockey. Like,
so why don't he show any observation feats when he hold? Is he stronger separate? That's my question to you.
Because yet again, you fall victim into if I don't see hockey, it doesn't exist.
Like, I'm not worried about all these other feats you want him to do against other people. I'm talking about Apoo. Apoo aims with his eyes. Like, if you hear the attack, that's one thing, but he's aiming with his eyes. You can even read it on the wiki. It's very predictable. And when Kinemon outclasses him, not only in armament, but also perception hockey, I think he's going to low diff him. But that's just my stance on it. So, there you go, Shin. Love you, boo.
Go ahead. I got to do my own research about it, because nobody else is wanting to do it.
Clearly, you do.
Obviously, I do.
All right. Appreciate the take, Strahd. We'll go to Barnes.
I think we're forgetting how stupid Kinemon is.
well, damn.
I think we're making a very big assumption that Kinemon's even going to figure out Apoo's ability. Because we know it took some thinking for Zoro and them to figure it out. I don't think Kinemon's going to figure it out. I think he's just going to die.
On photo.
Yo, where are these shots coming from?
Yo.
And I genuinely think he is never going to figure it out. Who called Kinemon a tactician earlier? Like,
yo, that one threw me, bro. That threw me off.
Nah.
What we talking about?
Was it you, Don?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Orochi
Barnes.
Yeah, Chris, bruh, not now.
We gotta let them finish. Let them finish.
Feel free to come at me after. If this was inside the One Piece narrative, I fully believe Kinemon will find a way to fail upwards, just like Buggy, and win this fight. But since we're in the DDT, Apoo is actually intelligent, right? Kinemon. No. Kinemon, I'm gonna give it to Apoo. Like, out of respect for the fact that he was a scabbard, I'm gonna say mid diff. But without that, he's low diff. What's happening?
Lame.
What are you saying, bro? Chris,
Bars.
Chris, we gotta get
our-
everybody's take before we get rebuttals because we've been stalling too much. All right. Go ahead. Appreciate the take, Barnes. We'll go to Toby.
Like I always say, bro, I don't care when it was or how it was. If you give Zoro a hard time, you got my respect, bro. So, Apoo, not just Zoro, but Luffy too, alright? His captain. So, off the bat, bro. But also, I can't believe I'm agreeing with Barnes for once, but yeah, I got Apoo. Nah, don't point at me, bro. We still ops. Apoo. Kinemon, bro. Kinemon, he's kind of like a shorthead, bro. He has a lot of plot. All right, bro. They try to give him like this little comeback story. Nah, bro. We don't give him no credit for it, cause we know he should have died. Him and his little wife, you know, that was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I actually liked it, but I don't care. He wouldn't see his wife if he had faced Apoo, cause you know Apoo gives Zoro a hard time. So
he faced Kaido,
bro.
Big cap.
Hey, bro. I don't care.
That was wild. Oh, my bad.
Hey, Kaido gives Zoro a hard time too, so you know he got my respect too. But I got Apoo. I'm gonna say no div, bro. No div, cause Kinemon should even be here. All right. So by default, he just loses by no div, bro.
He shouldn't be in the mid tier. Oh, you mean he shouldn't be alive? I got you.
Yeah, he shouldn't be alive, bro. He should be right there with Ace. My fault, bro. My fault.
We just gonna know the fact that he can split a bolo breath. I don't see a poo. Okay, let me stop.
Larry,
Nah,
you still take that?
he didn't give Zoro a hard time. That's just what it is.
But I appreciate the take, Toby.
I mean, Zoro just copied his technique because he was impressed by it. That's all. But
Zoro did it better, bro.
I feel you. Look, Rowan
That's
Noah.
not a knock.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking Zoro. I'm just saying like he was like, oh, okay, Kinemon, that's a dope move. Let me steal that. I ain't see him copy other people's techniques.
You don't need to, bro. It was just a one-time thing.
That's
Lucky,
all a poo.
you there?
Yeah, man.
Hey, how's it going, man? Who
Good,
you got?
good,
What diff and why? It's Apoo versus Kinemon.
This is a pretty close matchup, but like the other guy was saying, Kinemon's pretty stupid, and he is pretty stupid. I don't know if he's gonna figure out like the trick behind Apoo's attacks, and I feel like Apoo, he probably only has to get in like 3 or 4 attacks. Like I don't know how durable Kinemon is, so I don't know. It's like 50-50. It's pretty tough. I think I'll just go with Apoo just to give him a chance.
All right. Appreciate the
Is
take,
Kinemon
Lucky.
winning the vote?
Kinemon is winning the vote right now. Yeah, 5-8.
Okay.
Yeah. Larry, it's on you.
Oh, Larry.
I'm gonna go with Apoo. I think Apoo would win high diff. When it comes to the many bouts that he does have, he's fought close range, like people have mentioned. He fought X Drake, who was able to injure a number. You know, granted, we both know that Zoro and Luffy are stronger than him, but he was able to incapacitate them both. And I get the whole earmuffs type of, you know, conception of what you guys are saying. But at the end of the day, usually that person has to get hit with that move in order to then be like, okay, now I need to counter this. So if he's good at close range, which is what Kinemon is good at, we've never really seen Kinemon also throw sword slashes like that were strong as hell. So we have Apoo who can fight close range, but he's going to fight mid to long range. And nobody's ever mentioned that, like, I think Strahd mentioned it, but he didn't say it in detail. He cut Kizaru in half. You know what I'm saying? Literally cut Kizaru in half. And that was a feat until Kizaru, like, put himself back together and just flew to him and then obviously destroyed him. This is a guy that, like, I truly think if you don't know about his ability, it's kind of like it should be mid diff. It's only if you know his ability it's going to be a tougher fight. Now, Kinemon is going to go into this fight not knowing anything, in my opinion. So I got to give it to Apoo because he could definitely bang out if needs to. Flame Rend is just the ability to cut flame. It doesn't really add a power aspect to Kinemon. It's more of a technique.
He can generate flames though from that though. He can generate them though.
Oh, can he?
Yeah, he can generate, not just cut, but he can also generate.
Even then, I think I would compare Kinemon's attacks to Zoro's attacks, and I'm pretty sure Zoro used 𝐸𝐴. Did he use 𝐷𝐸𝐻𝐻 𝐶 against Apoo?
I don't remember what he did.
Well, I'm gonna suspect that Kinemon is not stronger than Zoro. and the thing about Apoo was he got cut with that, he got back up, and then he was still capable of fighting. So I understand the Rio aspect, but Kinemon is only able to do the Rio attack because of how influenced emotionally he was with the rest of the scabbards against somebody they like deemed the menace to society, the menace to their culture, the menace to their country, and they brought him great trauma too, right? So I don't think Kinemon just does that at will. Like that's just saying like Zoro can just use Conqueror's Haki at will. Like I don't suspect Zoro to just be able to do that all the time. I think he has to do it a couple more times before he's able to do so. I got Apoo, man. I got him high diff.
Finally, you speaking some sense.
So Seb, there's something I want to say about something Barnes said, and I guess
Yeah, go ahead.
somewhat kind of in turn what Larry said. Because the irony which like of what Barnes said was something like, oh, it's the DDT. So Apoo has the advantage. And I actually think it's because it's the DDT that Apoo has a disadvantage. When he was using his musical instrument attacks that affected Luffy and Zoro and they couldn't really figure out what's going on, there was thousands of people around. You know what I'm saying? Like Apoo could see them, they can't really see Apoo. And the DDT is a 1v1. I just have a hard time believing that if you see someone playing strange instruments using their body, and each time they strum a string, hit their belly, clash their chin, that they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Like as soon as I hear noise, I get attacked. I feel like he'll be able to like quickly figure out what's going on. Even by accident. He'd be like, man, this
appreciate your faith in Kinemon's intelligence.
I'm just saying, even accidentally, even accidentally, he might be like, man, like this is trash, and put his hands over his ears and be like, oh damn, I'm good now.
Chris, I feel you, and there's actually another avenue for Kinemon to get to that point. And this is what I was saying, that most people haven't brought up a couple things or factors in this fight. And I guess I'll give my take now. I'm a little torn on this one, honestly, and the reason why is because it's a DDT. Like I said, if you've done it on panel, you can do it in the DDT. And Kinemon has technically had his body accidentally not repaired correctly on panel. So I can totally see a situation where Apoo uses his ability to split Kinemon in half like he did to Kizaru. And he's just able to get up because his body wasn't completely destroyed or sewed back together correctly. And then I assume Apoo would be like, hey, yo, what the hell was that? And then he'd aim for the head neck area. And it would happen again because Kinemon's head was split from his body as well. And Apoo would be like, yo, what the hell is going on? And then he might figure out the techniques and what was happening there. And he might use the earmuffs at that point. But at that point, Apoo can use his ability to control the numbers to give himself a better advantage in a fight versus Kinemon. So I got Apoo high diff.
We added the numbers.
Extreme diff. He's manipulated the numbers with his music on panel. Y'all just ignore the DDT rules.
But are they around for the tournament?
I was gonna say the
like they
numbers,
just there.
Listen, if you've done it on panel, you can do it in the DDT.
Yo, I just want to say one
So
thing.
it's the whole country of Wano in the DDT too, and
I'm
Kinemon
saying
rallying the
Kinemon
troops.
can't control them with his ability. That's the thing. Like if you can't just ask somebody for help, right? If you've actively used your devil fruit or your abilities to manipulate or like to utilize these other people.
Okay, so then Kinemon puts on the Beast Pirate, fit. Apoo sees him and is like, oh, he's one of us, and does a sneak attack. That counts?
No, that's because Apoo
They
has a
fighting,
hypnotic effect with his moves. His devil fruit gives him a hypnotic effect when he plays his music.
I will say this. The fact that his body can just fall apart at any time, I can't even trust Kinemon to honestly land a strong attack without him falling apart.
Listen, I ultimately they both have really good durability feats. Kinemon, obviously, the Kaido hits and others.
Yeah, like what? Yeah,
Apoo, he took that. I mean, I'm gonna mention Kid. I'm gonna give him some hype. Shout out to Shin.
Yo,
he
I've
took that
always-
giant smash.
How is that hype?
From
You said
Apoo?
Kid.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, from Kid, he took the
Thank you,
attack
thank you, thank you.
from Zoro. Like he was good. Like he was good, bro. After those things happened to him.
Everybody's
according
good
to
after they get
DD2
like
rules.
Kid attack.
According to DD2 rules, you said if they use their ability on someone on panel, then they can use them in the DDT.
Yeah.
Did Kinemon use his ability on all the Straw Hats to give them disguises to get into the Onigashima fight?
He did. Yeah.
Can he control them to fight?
Straw Hat
Though?
Factory?
He might
He
have
used
them like
his ability on
disguised
them.
in the waiting.
He used an ability on them,
Oh,
bro.
aren't you going for a poo? What are you doing?
Hey, bro.
You're literally
Listen.
going for a poo.
Hold on now.
Listen,
Oh my god.
You might be on to something.
Reasonable.
Come on, y'all.
You might be on to something here.
He's
Come
going
on,
for
y'all.
a poo and he said that.
Listen, man.
No way.
Kobe, have you been paying
Listen,
attention,
bro.
I've been aging
I
the
think
past,
there's a difference here because Beige actively
Aging the
controls and like hypnosis
No.
used to like control the numbers. Kinemon would basically be having to ask these people to just help him fight, which is
They're
the
friends.
argument I tried to make for Beige in the other round. So I guess I gotta eat that.
But Seth, my only thing is,
But
yeah,
Beige
sure, it
isn't
happens on
controlling-
panel, but why are the numbers even there?
I mean, I feel like most of the time we've seen Apoo, the numbers were there.
Bro, y'all be watching topped episodes all the time. Sebastian does this with every single
Like, why are they there?
Hold on,
Like,
hold on. Show
where's
me
the
a situation.
arena?
Hold on, for real. Show me a situation on Wano where Apoo didn't have numbers by him.
But
When he
why is it
pulled
on
up- hold
Wano?
on, When he pulled up, he had numbers. When he came to Kid to give him the information, he had a number brought him there. When he went to run away from the folks, he had numbers with. Like he always got numbers on him.
Yeah, but that's not the
Yo, Seb, on Wano.
He
If this is a video,
controls them.
if this is a video game, right? If this is a video game, choose your fighter, choose your arena.
When you
why are we
choose
on Wano?
Apoo, you gonna have
Why-
two
why is
numbers
it- why-
behind you
Why?
because he rolls with them.
I'm glad.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I
Kinemon don't
thought
roll
you
with the
said we were in a
scabbards?
hyperbolic time chamber. I thought they didn't have none of this extracurricular crap, like these extra like milky cloud arrows and numbers and all this. I thought we were in a hyperbolic time chamber.
That's what I'm thinking too.
If you use it on panel, you
I'm
can use
thinking
it
we're
on
on like some
it'll
a
be
random island. I'm thinking we're on a random island. Like,
Listen, Apoo gonna pull up to a random island with some numbers on him. That's all I'm saying.
Speculation.
It's fair
Can
and reasonable.
Kinemon summon the
It's
mountain god?
overboard, is what it
Is
is.
it fair and reasonable to think that Apoo would roll up
that's
to any fight
unfair
with
and
numbers on him?
unreasonable. One on one, Step. Who you got? If there's
Wait,
no numbers, who you got?
No, let's not do this.
got
Let's
no
how about this,
chance
Sam? How about this,
then,
Sam?
man.
Can
He's
Kinemon
Because we gave
restore the mountain
Moria
god
his
Davey?
zombies. Why are we not giving Why are we not giving
Okay, I'll
Apoo?
be right outside.
I never
I'm
gave Moria
saying
his zombies.
Kinemon can bring the
Coming right
mountain
now.
god to this fight because Kinemon brought the mountain god to this village, so mountain god is on Kinemon's side now.
He doesn't control the mountain god though. Like that's the difference. Like y'all are saying like these people are gonna help Kinemon, and that's cool, but it's like he actively controls these people. If he wanted to pull up to a scenario with these numbers with him, he actively could. Kinemon would have to ask these other people to help him. He would be like, "Yo, come here," and the number would be like, "Okay." Like there's a difference. Am I tripping?
I don't think they're just gonna
You
come
are
and
tripping, bro.
come here.
He's not the worst argument.
You are tripping.
Hello.
He's gonna
I got
get
a
washed,
question.
man.
Are we? Is that the equivalent of Capone having his peoples with him?
That's what I'm saying.
No, because
Hold on.
Capone's people, that's his
Capone's
power.
devil fruit allows him to bring those people with him.
That's his power.
Apoo's devil fruit allows him to control the number, like, and he does it actively.
No, just being
This
because you're
tough,
able
man.
to control numbers doesn't mean that's part of your like that. No, like what are we talking about?
Listen, bro.
What are we talking about? Capone's
But then
little
Capone
game?
shouldn't
Like
have
that's
his
part of
people
his
either,
ability.
Bro, we gave Capone his peoples, and we gave Moria his
Yeah, but
zombies. Like we did
okay,
that
but
for everybody
but
else. We're not
Seth,
doing it
but
for
Seth,
Capone.
but Seth,
Okay,
when you tried to give Capone, Luffy, and Jinbei and Nami and them,
I did
we
that to
said that was
troll.
ridiculous.
But I did that to
Exactly.
troll, and then I picked Magellan because he couldn't do that. This is
And the
different.
numbers are literally trolls.
This
You know
is
what I'm saying? You
different.
trolling right now.
No, this is different.
Nah, you can't do that.
So, Seth, what I would
Uh,
say is that he shouldn't be able to bring the numbers because those are outside sources. At the end of the day, those are Kaido's people. But he could be able to control Kinemon with his music.
Maybe, but hold on. Yo, Kaido's dead, and the number still follows him to this day. Or whatever, Kaido's out of the picture. A number
They're not
brought
his
him
leader.
to Kid and Law to give the newspaper. Like, you know, like, it's not like, oh, like, it's over now, I don't have numbers any. Like, he still has access to them. He still utilizes them.
It's a crewmate.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's your
bruh.
world. I'm just living in it.
I was
Just
gonna say
saying.
that. This is
I'm
like
just
your
saying,
show,
yo.
like,
Just saying. I mean, Kinemon's up. Does anybody want to change their vote? Like, we might have to do a revote here because it's 7-8.
Hey, Seb, just for the future. So let's take 𝐴 for example. If
Uh-huh.
he hits everyone that he's hit with that, parasite string, whatever, that controlled them, he gets every single one of those people. Is that what you're saying right now?
Don't bring Mingo into this.
Listen,
All right, leave that for another
Mingo
time.
is far away from the mid tier. Okay.
Yeah.
He's
That's
clear.
high tier terrible.
He's
But
clear
Magellan
the
not.
need to do that.
But Magellan not.
But Magellan
That's
not.
crazy.
Don't be stronger than Magellan.
No, he's
Oh,
not.
yeah,
Yes,
for
he
sure.
is.
No,
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No,
Yes,
he's
he is.
not.
Yes.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
You lost me.
No,
on
he's
that.
not.
All right.
No,
We
he's
have
not.
a deciding
You guys sound
vote
like kids.
whether we go into a draw and a recount or Kinemon moves on. It's McLovin. McLovin, welcome to the DDT. Who you got? What diff and why? Apoo versus Kinemon. It's on you.
Euro. What's poppin', guys?
What's up? What's up?
Jersey gang, Jersey gang.
What's up, gang?
Give me my bacon, egg, and cheese right, bro.
Facts.
My fault for me and Leo was in the stew, cooking up like Larry. You know? Who's the matchup again, guys?
Kinemon and Apoo.
I'm not gonna lie, I have to get it to my guy Kinemon. He's definitely sweeping that easy diff.
Okay.
What?
All right then. We have
So what is
ourselves a winner.
All
What did
right.
he say?
He said Apoo. I mean, he said Kinemon. My fault.
No.
Man, you ain't even paying attention. Why you acting like you care now?
Kinemon is just that
Bro.
guy. He's a samurai.
Bro.
Like, he's versus a music player. I'm not gonna lie, even though I'm a rapper, I'm an artist.
You said the key word, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, you said the key word, samurai. Put
Oh,
respect on
stop it.
samurais.
Stop it.
Who don't love a
He's a
good party
samurai.
though? You don't want to DJ at your party? Hey,
All right, we gotta put it.
you don't know
If
how
a sad,
you don't know how to
if
have
you were
fun.
versing a ninja, if a ninja's about to go against Drake, you think Drake's gonna beat a ninja? No.
No, but if a
Oh.
ninja go against Curtis
Drake is
Jackson
soft,
Jr.
bro.
with a pole, I got Curtis Jackson Jr. What you mean?
Oh,
What you
He talking about
mean?
Curtis
Oh, you just said,
That's
oh,
crazy.
you just say 50 Cent
Drake
would
is
kill
soft.
Rise Up? Did I just hear
No,
that?
what,
Is that
bro, what
happened?
if 50 Cent come up on a ninja? Five. Man, it's
All
over
50
with.
Cent's gonna do
It's
is make a
over
Twitter
with.
post about it. He ain't gonna
And
do
we,
nothing.
no.
50 Cent,
9
still,
alive,
50
man.
Cent
Ninja
still made
can
many
be
guys.
done,
50 Cent got durability feats.
He do got durability feats. He do got durability.
Dude, that was like 17
Yo,
years
low
ago. What's he
key,
done since
low
then?
key,
Matter,
50
bro.
Cent got
That's
One Piece
right.
tanking ability, bro.
He do.
He do. But we have ourselves a winner. We'll move on to the next matchup. I low-key don't remember what it is.
I'll give it to you. Just give me a second.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was a good one, man. I do still feel like Apoo should have been a.
It was a good one.
Did you just mute us?
No, I didn't mute us.
We're muted.
Oh.
Larry
Rise
muted
Up should
us.
still be in attendance.
I just feel like
Rise Up
Apoo
should
should
be
have been
in
allowed to
attendance.
use the numbers. I don't know why he wasn't. Like, he could do that, bro.
You don't know how to have fun, bro.
It makes
Isn't
sense,
it-
honestly, but
You
I
don't love
feel like it's
it.
such a bad precedent.
The fact that Pooh needs numbers to be Kinemon says
Oh yeah,
enough.
it's Daifuku versus
Pedro.
All right, y'all. Yeah, this will be the last matchup. Me and Larry have some stuff we have to do, but it's gonna be Daifuku versus Pedro. So Big Mom's. I don't remember which son it is. He's one of the triplets, right?
He's the triplet.
Yeah.
of,
That's the third guy, right?
He is the genie guy who rubs his belly, and Pedro is the deceased mink who led the charge on the Nox Pirates. Yeah. So, all right. Who you got, what diff, and why? And we'll start with my man, Toby.
All right, bro. You said it's the genie on Big Mom's crew, right?
They said y'all playing 50 in the mid-tier. Yeah, the
dang,
genie
bro.
dude from Big Mom's crew. My fault. That was funny as hell.
Yo. He's not. No, he's not. I'm gonna say. Dang, I don't know, cause they both fought it. But
Come on, now, that's easy. It's easy.
y'all have to come back to me, bro. I don't remember nothing about the genie dude. I don't wanna just. Actually, no, I'm gonna say Pedro, bro. I'm gonna do it.
Oh my gosh.
Just because, bro. Just because.
Yo, does
Yo,
anybody
let him
remember
spit.
Pedro's
He saw-
epithet? I'm trying to remember it. Top of the dome.
Blown up.
Suicidal.
Jesus.
It's,
Harris, man.
The suicidal, homicidal.
Pedro of the Tree Chops.
Yeah. Okay.
Pedro's
Hey,
like
bro.
in one pieces. There you go.
Oh my god.
Hey, bro.
Damn,
He like
Pedro-
Frieza.
I really disrespecting that man.
That was
Hey,
so
he's
Not even his
disrespectful.
final form.
He's just as in good shape as Ace, bro. That's all that matters.
Oh,
Oh
Man,
man.
come on, yo.
I'm gonna just keep saying it
Refund
because
Why
Why you gotta do this like that? Why you
you
gotta do
bring
this
Ace
like
into
that?
this?
because Ace is dead. Ace did it to himself.
We know he
What
did.
Ace do to you? Who hurt you?
Yo, so did Pedro. Pedro did to himself too.
Yeah, he
For a
lit,
good
he lit
reason.
his own dynamite
Ace
stick,
could
bro.
have kept running, bro, but nah, he's a pack now. So
So could have Pedro. He laid down and took it from himself.
hey, bro,
Oh,
he
man.
saw a good reason for it. He said, "Yo, I'm gonna save these people." Ace was
I'm gonna have one last cigarette and just
he
say,
made a
nah,
mama
peace out.
joke. Bro was
Yo, what is
21
that?
years old getting mad at mama jokes. Go up.
Don't let Sanji ever let you cigarette. If Sanji lights your cigarette, you're done, man. You're dead.
Pedro couldn't even beat the Candyman. All right, don't get me started.
Hey, bro, he
Alright.
hurt the candy man.
Appreciate the take, Toby. We'll go to Strahd.
Oh, I'm just gonna say Daifuku, mid diff.
Alright.
Got both forms of hockey. He's one of the triplets, one of the three whatevers of Big Mom. I mean, he's not a weakling. We get slept on a little bit, but that genie of his has got immense strength. Yeah, both hockey. It's mid diff. Pedro's cool, but you know, if Dynamite takes him out, I'm sorry, TNT if that takes him out. Just saying, think Army Hockey can tank that. So.
All right. Appreciate the take. Strahd, we'll go to Empty.
Yeah, I got Daifuku, probably low diff, honestly. But are we does
Yes,
Pedro
they can
have-
use Sulong. Yes, they can
Okay.
use Sulong.
Well, then in that case, I got Daifuku mid diff. I still got Daifuku. Pedro is just not him at all. So.
Okay. Appreciate the take. Empty. We'll go to Wandon.
Yo. It's Pedro versus Daifuku. Daifuku the genie. Didn't that guy beat Sanji in Whole Cake? Oh my
Yes.
I think he like pinned him down at one point. Yeah.
Hey, Daifuku, bro. I changed my answer. Daifuku.
He beat him. He did beat Sanji. Yes.
Yeah, he beat Sanji. Yeah.
So I don't know if I'd count that as a loss, but I mean,
It's enough.
Whole Cake Sanji was pretty fast too. I think Pedro had a higher bounty though, but that don't really matter. I do got Whole Cake Sanji over Pedro, so yeah, I'm gonna give it to Daifuku.
Yeah, can I go next? Because I gotta go, man. I've got some things to do.
yeah, Lucky, we'll have you go next. But all right, appreciate the take. Empty. We'll go to Lucky.
Okay, so I got a question. If Pedro blows himself up and he knocks out the other guy, does it count as a win or a loss?
He's dead.
If Pedro dies, he loses. I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if he's
Oh,
dead,
so
the other
that-
guy like is still alive and gets up later, like there's a loss.
Alright, that's the only way Pedro could have won. So I got Daifuku because this guy's just gonna rub his stomach and just long range Pedro, and he's not gonna be able to do anything. That's my
Oh,
take. I got
man.
Daifuku.
Love it.
My man Pedro getting swept out here. Jeez. All right.
Catch you guys later. Have a good one.
You too, Lucky.
Yeah, you too, man. Thank you for joining.
All right.
Yeah, it's been fun.
We'll go to my man JT.
You know, I gotta be different. You know, I have to be. But I can't do it this fight because I just, give him so long for him. Pedro is so trash, bro. I hate Pedro so much. And
Yo, I didn't know Pedro had this kind of hate in the community. I thought he was beloved.
Man, he just suicidal, man. And I mean, I hate Daifuku too. I don't like the way he rubs himself. That's kind of weird. I don't want to see him fight ever. But
Don't judge.
You know what? Hopefully he cleans this fight up quick. I'm gonna say low diff. That's it.
You said Daifuku low diff?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll go to Infamous.
Okay. I think that first off, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna let you guys disrespect Pedro like that. You know.
Thank you.
That was some bullshit you guys said.
Whoa, language.
Chill.
My bad. I'm sorry. All right. As much as I like Pedro as a character, I'm gonna go with Daifuku. I'm gonna keep this short and simple. Sadly, Pedro couldn't even defeat Baron Tamago, man. I know his Devil Fruit was tricky, but he still couldn't defeat him. He's gonna blow himself up back then, so I'm gonna say mid diff Daifuku.
All right. Appreciate the take. Infamous, we'll go to McLovin.
Gangsters.
What up?
I feel like I gotta be different, you know. I'm gonna give it to Pedro. I'm gonna go against the grain. Everybody's going for Daifuku. I'm gonna go with the underdog. Like Pedro, him being a mink, you know, he got something. You can't just downgrade the guy because he blew himself up. He was a suicidal bomber, you know. But I feel like he has that ambition to keep going. You know, only people with real ambition can bring themselves to that point of killing themselves. You know?
I mean,
He wanted to make a big impact.
Actually, he didn't have the ambition to keep going.
Hey.
Listen,
Oda, you know Oda be lying, so you say yourself, right? Oda be lying, so he might have had that ambition.
He do, bro.
Listen.
I'm gonna give it to Pedro. Midday.
Hey, McLovin, I respect that you want to be different, but I need you to just say 1 feet, bro.
Dynamite, you know, he got 1 feet against Dynamite. You know, he's still there. You know, Oda be lying about people dying and stuff. So
you saying he alive right now?
You know, Oda be lying. Nobody's really dead in One Piece.
I just want to point out
an ace
that he did have armament hockey while he died from that TNT. So he must not be very durable if he had that and TNT still killed him.
Cats have 9 lives. All I know. So,
yeah, and he used all 9 of them on 12 of those dynamites too.
Jesus. The Pedro shade is wild. I didn't expect this. We'll go to me, but I appreciate the take, McLovin. We'll go to Miko.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Daifuku by way of Pedro killing himself. Like every 5 minutes in that arc, he was like, "Yo, I'm using the dynamite. It's over for me." And like for no reason, like relax and at least try. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm also on the Pedro slander train right now.
I see that.
Yeah, Daifuku. You know, he the worst triplet, but he's still a triplet of some decent people. He's strong. He was able to like overpower Sanji for a little bit. The genie was pretty big. It's almost the size of the Sunny, and it got long range attacks. So that's kind of a wide area of effect to dodge on some of the slashes. Pedro gonna just kill himself, and it's not gonna work, and that's it. And you a jaguar, and you can't beat a chicken. Like having a hard time with a chicken fruit. I mean, I don't know. It's just, yeah.
Appreciate the take, y'all.
Chicken fruit pretty good.
Chicken fruit. But all right. We'll go to Muppets.
There's nothing for me to say. It's Daifuku. I mean, if somebody wants to go for Pedro, other than he blow himself up, I'll say some more. But it's Daifuku. Low diff.
All right. Appreciate the take, Muppets. We'll go to Chris.
Yo, McLovin. Sometimes the road less traveled is less traveled for a reason. There is no way in hell Pedro is beating Daifuku. Sometimes it's like, I want you to like close your eyes and really like imagine you're turning on the TV, you put in One Piece on, it's the next episode, you skip the title scene because you know it's gonna spoil you. And you're about to watch Pedro versus Daifuku. Are you seriously like watching that and seriously thinking that Pedro was winning, like a 1v1? To me, it's low diff. There's really not much to add. Daifuku is one of the most powerful people on the Big Mouth crew, and you know how I feel about respecting the Yonkos. I think even Vito said that Daifuku was one of the monsters and compared and put him on the same level as like Katakuri and Smoothie. Not saying he's as strong as them, but like, you know, you're not supposed to mess with him. And Pedro can even beat one of the minor combatants in Big Mom's crew. So it's Daifuku, low diff, not much else to be said.
Appreciate your take, Chris. Last but not least, my man Shin. What diff and why?
Sometimes I just wonder, like, how do these matchups even happen? Because it's like either a complete wash or like a really good fight. So there's a couple things I'm saying. First off, we got. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Randomizer was really on some BS, but besides the point, we got the Cyberman Pedro versus Daifuku, and I'm gonna just say Daifuku's fruit is complete buns. I mean, like cheeks. It is terrible. But like, you're finna fight Pedro. The genie comes out with a glaive. All my Kingdom fans know how I feel about glaives. You know, glaives are just amazing. Mary, get ready to read Kingdom. But like, I don't know if the genie was cladded in armament hockey or that just might be the color of the genie. But I'm gonna just say that's the color of the genie, just to try to give Pedro a chance. But like, Daifuku is a triplet with Oven and Katakuri. You don't just be a triplet with people like those and not be on some type of strength level. You feel me? Like I think we said it last DDT, the ministers of the tournament are like the Topiropo level type of people. So like, Daifuku is obviously taking this. I'm gonna give it to Daifuku. Honestly, Pedro had not a good showing. He had trouble with Tamago, who had an egg fruit. It wasn't even a chicken fruit, I don't think. It was like an egg fruit. And like, Pedro, he still had 50 years of his life taken from him. So he moved old as garbage. Like, he moved as old as dirt. And Pedro doesn't have anything in his bag to pull out. If he had too long form, the closest person I can say it could be relative to is probably that lion musketeer. That's how I would say it looks like, or whatever. Or that's the power of it. But even then, he's still like, Pedro's old. He's not young at all. Like chronologically, he's like 90 something. If we want to be honest, because of that 50 year that he got taken away. So I'm gonna give it to Daifuku, low diff. Matter of fact, yeah, low diff.
I'm sorry. You know what? I had to I'm not gonna change my mind, but I don't know why I'm like I'm Team Carrot, and I forgot that, like, you know, Sulon form Carrot did kind of do her thing against Daifuku.
Crazy.
You know, I completely forgot about that. It just popped into my head. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? Like, it's not gonna be like low diff, and I have to give Pedro maybe a little bit more credit because I'm sure Sulon form Pedro's beating Tamago with ease. I don't know. I'm gonna still give it to Daifuku though. but I will put more respect on Pedro. I don't know why I never brought that up. So I'm changing it to like high def.
All right. Thank you, Chris. I was gonna point that out when I was giving my take, but I'm gonna let Oz go because he's ready to run. But I appreciate the take as well, Shin.
What's up, Oz?
Oz, we can't hear you.
My bad, Oz. Hold on. Let me bring you down and then bring you back up. Pause.
Unpause.
All right.
Rewind.
Try to do it again, Oz.
Yo, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
All right, what's up? What's up? Yo, Daifuku was not him. What are y'all doing?
Yo, bro, I'm in amazement. I am in amazement at these Daifuku takes. But go ahead.
Pedro's the one. Yo, come on now. Pedro's the one that taught Carrot how to use and control her Sulong form. He absolutely has Sulong form. Not only that, he's the only one that was able to control what's his face, the lion turtle guy. I forget his name all the time. Peckham's. Thank you. What? Yo, Daifuku is not him. If he was him, he's part of that triplet group that isn't even like part of like the big generals or whatever. Like Oden, I know Oden is like up there because he was at one point being considered to become a general, correct?
I don't know if they ever said that, but
Not sure, but Oden is that dude. Number 2 out of the triplets.
And then like
in my head, Daifuku is supposed to be equal to Oven, but we just see more of Oven.
There's no way. There's no.
Oven better.
Daifuku was not him. Daifuku was not him. I'm not saying Pedro was him either, but I believe if Pedro had Sulong form and Carrot took on not just Daifuku, but an entire fleet that was helping Daifuku with ease.
That's Carrot.
Hey, Oz.
It's. I almost cursed. It's Carrot. Now we're talking about Pedro, somebody that had a lot more experience than her.
Oz,
He was
Oz,
sad, dog. He was sad all the time.
To you real quick, Oz. So there's a fly, right? And it's flying all around you, and you can't hit it, but it doesn't do anything to you. Is that fly beating you in a 1v1?
Listen, I don't care. I can already see that Pedro lost, but I don't care. Put my vote in for Pedro. And put it in mid diff. Get out of here, bro. Carrot.
Oz, I will say, you know, I didn't change my mind, but I did forget about Suwon. I don't know why I forgot about that.
Yeah, we said he could use it to start the matchup. We said
he's old. He's
old. This is what's crazy. Daifuku has zero speed. Like the only thing that's maybe fast is his actual genie. It's not faster than a Sulong.
Dude, he literally held down whole cake Sanji. What do you mean?
But Oz, let me ask you this though: what is Pedro doing to like harm that genie?
What's going on? He got a whole arc of development.
I couldn't hear anybody. I'm sorry.
What's Pedro doing to harm that genie?
I'm saying he can avoid the genie and just go straight for Daifuku. Daifuku is not moving fast. It's his genie that's moving fast. And I'm pretty sure a Sulong Pedro is fast enough to dodge and speed rush somebody who we've never seen. I don't think we've even seen him run.
He doesn't need to.
Oh my!
But that's the thing too, though. Honestly, I feel like characters like Smoothie, Daifuku, etc. We haven't really even seen them at their strongest. You know what I'm saying? Like, for all we know, the genie could be like the level 1 to Daifuku's abilities, and like the true power is like himself. It's kind of like Cracker. You know what I'm saying? Like before we saw the real Cracker, we thought the Cracker was the real Cracker. Like for all we know, like Daifuku probably got hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like he might have like a Sulong. You know what I mean?
Daifuku might have a 3-wish technique. 3 wishes.
Yeah, bro. What you on, bro?
I'm saying like. We're like discounting Pedro's ability to actually do that thing, to tap into a second level. And we're saying Daifuku might, like, what? I don't understand.
Pedro's sad. He's not going to tap into
It's like, yo, I can actively tap into a next level. But, like, yo, discount that. But, yo, this guy might be able to.
Why did he do that? Why did he do the TNT then?
Okay.
The moon wasn't out. I don't know if you remember.
Yes, it was.
No, the moon was not out when Pedro.
Hey, but Seb,
did his thing.
Who watches My Hero Academia? That shadow dude.
Night Eye. I mean, not Night Eye.
No,
I
the
know what
bird.
you
Eye or whatever.
My hero is trash, bro. My hero is trash. I know we're not using my hero as evidence.
No, he's talking about the
I would
Crow
say it's
Kid.
trash.
He's talking about the Crow Kid, right? That one?
Yeah, the crow dude that be using shadows, kind of exactly like Daifuku uses his genie.
But he's weaker. He's weaker when the sun's out, though, so he's not moving as fast.
Well, and that thing's also sentient. Does its own thing.
I'm just saying about how he uses it. Like he be using it to like cloak himself. He be using it to help him fly. He be using it as armor. You know what I'm saying? Like just because we haven't seen Daifuku like go all out,
Yo,
I'm not gonna.
Pedro beating that kid from My Hero.
Respectfully.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
probably.
that.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know about that.
I don't even know that kid, so I'm just talking crap.
He probably would. Though.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
hey.
Sulong Pedro is stronger than Sulong
Y'all are
Tekken's
winning
by a lot.
already, and my vote's in. My vote's in.
But yo, Seb, I had to head out.
All right, Chris.
All right.
Pedro
Chris.
wins it.
See you later,
Yeah, I
man.
switched back to Pedro.
You switching back to Pedro? Does anybody want to switch to Pedro?
No.
I never switched
Nah, I'm
out of
good.
Pedro. I said Pedro mid diff.
Pedro gang all the way.
It's
Respectfully.
Daifuku.
Hey, Toby, bro, come back, bro.
Daifuku
bro.
wins, bro.
I know
Daifuku
you
wins.
want the dub, Toby.
Nah, bro.
I guess that's all the
strong
votes.
L like you do all the
Larry, it's on
time.
you.
Nah, Toby, that's crazy.
I'm gonna pick Daifuku, and the reason is, I think he could probably awaken his fruit based on the amount of time he's probably had it and how old he is. And I'm gonna say that through this awakening, he could probably do some wishes.
You know what? This is all fair and reasonable.
Like, I'm
To me,
serious.
so
I think that he could probably do some wishes, and the wishes would obviously be like, you know, very limited. But I could be like, he could be like, yo, I wish he didn't have Sulong form right now.
yeah. Do you
Come
think
on
that
now.
like other people could use the genie's wish?
No,
That's how genie's wishes work.
I mean it's his genie though. But the thing is, he wouldn't be able to use all three because if he did all three, he'd become the genie itself. Aladdin and shit. So there's a consequence. He could probably only do it twice.
Be quiet.
Okay, well then, yeah, but don't waste it on that. Wish for immortality.
Yeah,
Listen,
I
I'm
mean,
in the DDT, bro. What?
Yeah,
Like,
the thing is,
Bro,
you
you
were fair and reasonable to an extent, and then you started wilding.
yo, all I'm saying is also like,
That's not how genies work.
bro. Also, Pedro is 82 years old.
Right here.
In One Piece, though.
Yo, but
It's One Piece, though.
he's 82.
And cat years.
Yo,
And cat years, too.
that's
I
not
don't
even,
know what
hold on.
cat years
That's
are.
not even cat years. That's human years.
Jack-
So he's probably really like 100.
Well, he a mink, though. I don't know how minks age. I don't know how that works.
He an old ass mink. I mean, what?
Yo, he's older, like by a lot.
Yo.
And he got one eye. Y'all be acting like perception don't matter, bro.
Hey.
How you gonna see a genie swinging that hybrid, bro?
Listen, bro.
Ryuma was fine with one eye.
Is he really older?
Zoro got one eye. He
Yo,
good.
but they're swordsmen. They're
Is he
elite.
really older?
Pedro got a sword.
Yo, but
Shanks has one arm.
Yo, but Pedro doesn't have extreme hockey feats or like has great ambition
got-
to overcome
But he's
his
got
disability.
but he's got mastery of Sulong.
Daifuku doesn't either.
At
Yo,
82,
yo,
dude, he's not silvers.
I wish the moon wasn't out today.
Yo, the thing is, you're giving him these abilities.
Why
It's
not?
Like that's cool.
Yo, that's speculation, right? I could do that. It's
Yo,
fair
Black-
and reasonable.
Black
It's a
Black
genie.
Awakening, bro.
Why have a
Nah, I ain't
genie?
gonna lie.
Why only have a genie attack?
the
Can
thing
I
is,
not do some magical abilities?
I can't say it's not fair and reasonable.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't say it's not fair and reasonable. It's a little
So-
wild, but
I don't
Just
think
wish
it's
for
too
daylight
wild.
savings time to come early. I mean,
No, I don't think it's too wild because I feel like his genie, like if he say I don't want Sulong no more, it'll like Parametheus affect the world, right? So it'll like do some luck stuff and like have clouds come out of nowhere and like
Yeah.
cover the moon or some stuff like that. I
Or
think
even-
that's possible.
He'd be like, "Yo,
Yeah.
I wish I didn't need the consent."
Yeah.
hey, yo,
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
hey, yo,
That's actually got to be.
hard talk.
Yo,
Wow. He really said that, man. He really
yo,
said that.
yo, somebody clip that. God.
Yo, bro,
God.
listen to me, bro.
God.
Man,
I have
what-
no words. I
What?
do not have anything
Yo,
to say.
yo.
No response.
Where
Yeah,
does
not gonna
Sea
lie.
Stone- where does
Not
Sea
gonna lie,
Stone
Larry. That
cuffs
was
at?
wild.
Somebody got it
He
wild.
needs the Sea Stone cuffs.
Listen, bro. Yo, exactly. Yo, He could even be like, "Yo, sea stone cubs." Like, even if
Yo,
he cares, bro.
no, Larry, you level 6. You go straight to level 6.
Like we're not gonna speed
The
past.
point is, I think there's enough merit that we could probably say he might be awakened, and he can do some wishes, and those wishes are gonna see Mad Hawks.
Bro, I was gonna give my take, and like I can't anymore. Like I don't even.
Listen, man.
That's just in the string.
Bro, what? All right. Anyway, I'm going Pedro. I know it doesn't matter because he lost mad hard, but I do feel like I don't remember who. I think it was Oz was talking about like it's the genie that's the bigger problem. Like Daifuku hasn't shown us anything. And I feel like in Sulong he can get around it. And I know we clown the dynamite a lot, but it was able to take off 𝗃𝗄𝗃's arm and leg or whatever, or maybe just arm. I don't remember. But I just feel like if he goes full Sulong, gets around the genie and then wraps the dynamite around Daifuku's like neck or body and just like lights it and dips, you win.
How fast do you think he's moving to do that? Like, Jesus Christ.
He's going to dip and break a hip at 80.
Listen, the hip going to be broke, but Daifuku going to be out. Sulong is like that, yo. Whether y'all acknowledge it or not, might be durable.
He's going to trip and lose 7 of the dynamite sticks at 12. You got 5 left.
Pedro was jumping
And
from them
doesn't
rooftops.
Daifuku need to constantly rub his body for the genie?
Yeah, he's gotta do all of it. Like, come on, man.
And that's so hard to do. You acting like that's a foreign thing to do.
And didn't Sanji like kick that thing and like it like left him alone at one point? Like maybe I'm misremembering it, but like I don't think the genie is as brolic as y'all making it out to be. Like it hasn't shown any crazy.
Bro. It has a glaive. He has a glaive.
Bro. Shit, how many fodder generals had glaives in Kingdom,
I know, right?
bro?
Just because
Not glaives that big.
No. Barely any. Glaives that big. You know it's only the top of the
Bro, it's
top.
a genie, bro.
Exactly.
Like, it like defies physics with what it can do. Like, I don't think the weight of
So
the
it's a big
glaive
glaive.
matters too much. But yeah, I got Pedro just out of respect. Y'all was clowning him for sacrificing himself for the cause because he was already 82 and lost 50 years and all that stuff. That's crazy.
What did he
I was
accomplish?
disrespecting my man's Pedro like that. I don't care. I don't care
Right.
if he losing.
Yeah, accomplish
Hey,
nothing.
hey Seb, I low-key got a question that might defend your boy Pedro. I
Talk
know
to
I
me,
was
bro.
hating on him, but just saying, hey, if he's Sulong form and he's using that lightning, if he hits that genie, is that gonna affect Daifuku's main body as well?
I
No,
have no
because it's
idea.
smoke.
I don't think so.
Smoke
With the
doesn't
lightning
travel.
current?
Smoke doesn't travel through lightning.
Well, yeah, he has lightning too, man. Like,
That's not true.
Like that lightning might do some work. I don't know.
yo, listen. Ultimately, he's got lightning. He's got dynamite. He's got a cigarette. He's got
He's got
Sulong.
suicidal tendencies.
He's got.
Oh, the cigarette.
more
the cigarette
lies.
gonna turn it over. The cigarette, the
bro.
big one.
Lies, dead.
He gonna
He's
be
smoking
smoking
a
that
cig?
Daifuku pack, man. Get Daifuku out of there. He got no feats, bro. Y'all talking about he
Fact.
beat Sanji. He pinned Sanji in a brief moment. He's
Sanji's
not
pretty damn
defeat
fast.
Sanji.
I'm just saying, and you saying he gonna get around him with some dynamite jewelry?
Yeah.
What? No.
Yeah, man.
No.
I got Pedro. But it looks like we do have a winner. It is what it is. I appreciate y'all joining us on the DDT today. This was fun. I think that Apoo Kinemon matchup was definitely the highlight of the debate here. But
Kinemon.
it looks like it was 50-50 in the YouTube chat.
Yo, have y'all
What?
heard? Y'all heard from Party Pete? I was just thinking about that, dude. I haven't
He
heard-
was texting in the chat earlier.
Who's in the chat earlier?
Yeah, he was
here.
texting and
Yeah, he said Daifuku.
I feel like I haven't talked to him in a minute.
yeah.
He had to
He
do
was
some
in Kingdom
sensitivity
chat earlier.
training for his racism against fish people.
Facts. He ain't showed up since. Bro.
Yeah, y'all saw the racism of Lawrence here?
Yo, Lawrence was
Yo.
talking about.
Oh, bro.
Had me triggered against the Lunarian hate. The Lunarian hate's messed up, man.
I don't think it was Lunarian hate. I think it was artificial.
Lunarian children.
It was artificially created people.
Oh, I see.
In general, well, either way, yo. I just
Oh, that
feel-
deserves some hate.
That deserves some
you
hate.
know,
I gotta find
Seb, you
someone
know you're
else
the
to
leader
say
about
this.
the fisherman hate, yo.
What?
You know you're the leader of the fisherman hate.
Who, me?
Yo. Yes, you.
Yo,
You got a word
listen.
Jinbei You got the word Jinbei, but that's just another version of blackface to me.
Hey, yo, Lawrence has got to cosplay an S model now for all that hate. We gotta get him in an S model cosplay.
Listen, bro, I have no problem against the Fishman. I don't. Specifically Jinbei. I like Jinbei. I just feel like y'all be
Now
overrating
you
him.
do.
No, I've always liked Jinbei. Well, like is
What
a strong word. Like is
see?
strong.
Specifically Jinbei.
See, there you go, right
I'm
there.
trying to be real with y'all. I didn't when I first met him, I was like, he's kind of bland as a character. He didn't excite me. And Lionel was like, yo, he's joining the crew, he's joining the crew. I was like, whatever. But then we got the Fishman Island, and I was like, I mess with him now. But like in Marineford, I was like, whatever. You know?
And this place smells.
So Seb, you want me to tell you why you should respect Fishman? Just because Fisher,
I don't.
Fisher Tiger did. I think what Fisher Tiger did to release all the slaves was of the same like impact and effect as Shiki escaping from Impel Down.
What? No,
I think
that's
yes,
disrespectful
it
to
is.
Fisher Tiger.
No,
You see what I mean? And I'm the racist.
How?
That's disrespectful to Fisher Tiger. Shiki cut his legs off and left and made no. He didn't even know that he did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's been no impact at all on the world. What Fisher Tiger did changed the generation of fishmen. Like, what? Like, but I'm the racist against fish people. How could that possibly be the same to you?
Hey, it's the same, bro. Escaping Impel Down is not an easy feat, as we was talking about earlier.
Bro, he escaped Impel Down Dolo with no legs. And I'm not trying to knock Shiki, but that's not the same.
He can fly.
It's not the same. What Fisher Tiger did was like inspire a generation of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a slave, broke out, saved, like, Boa's here now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not the same.
I gotta find a race to be racist against now. So
You
all
got
three
it
of
like
them.
the long, the
Wait,
like
what?
the
Why
arms.
would you?
The double jointed. The double jointed.
Yo,
He
apparently,
can't
listen, I'm still on the consent wish. All right, we still on that, bro. We need to talk because that was some shit right there.
I need Larry to spit a 16, yo. I've been hearing that he raps. I need to hear Larry spit a 16.
I'm seeing in the chat, Larry need to be locked up. Yes.
I'm good.
That was wild.
No, that ain't being good.
It's the opposite.
Right.
But all right, y'all.
How old is Kara again?
Come on, man.
She's old.
Come
Yo,
on, man.
I'm just saying, yo, I don't know how old she is. She's 18 or not.
Why are you interested?
Yo, Larry.
Well, Seb is the main one that wants Carrot on the boat.
I do.
So Larry a furry? So Larry a furry?
Actually,
Larry
think about
a
why
furry?
Pedro hanging around her. She's so young.
He was training her, bro. Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
He looked at her as like daughter.
Dynamite making a lot of sense.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Another word for training, like a synonym.
You can say grooming.
Is grooming.
Man.
Grooming.
Hey yo.
Hey, end the stream.
I'm ending the stream, bro.
What the going on?
I don't know, bro.
Sanji vibes.
I'm dropping y'all, yo. I'm dropping.
Yo, Larry, what the hell?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I gotta look how old she is now, bro.
She's 16 or 15, one of the two. Straw, can you drop
Larry,
everybody? I can't drop nobody.
Larry,
I don't know if I
furry.
can on the iPad. Hang on.
That's a case, bro. It's
Hashtag Larry the furry.
Hey Larry, these last 3 weeks you've been spitting, bro, but that was kind of crazy.
Bro, what?
Larry,
Yeah,
get
won't let me,
ready to
Seb.
Kingdom.
I'm gonna need Larry to spit a 16 for the live one time, yo.
Magellan was his first L.
Hey Larry, can we get a quick prediction of how many chapters it's gonna be until
Larry a
Kid
furry.
gets smoked?
How many what?
How many
Larry,
chapters
get
until Kid gets smoked?
To who?
What,
Whichever
kid?
chapter he appears in.
Come on, bro.
Whichever one he appears in.
I think he gets smoked
Come on, bro.
off panel.
Get ready to read Kingdom. Get ready to read Kingdom, bro.
Yeah, sure.
Yo, how many
If he do
chapters
any-
has it been since I made the flashback prediction? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I gotta keep tally. I gotta go back and watch.
All right, guys.
All right, y'all.
Good night. Good night. Good seeing you,
later.
Strahd.
Good seeing y'all too, man. Great stream as always.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
y'all.
Enjoy yourself, man.
Appreciate you.
Yo, let's go with you, bro.
Yo, I was joking. It's
funny.
It's funny, bro.
Yo, you was wilding twice, man.
All right. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun DDT. It was.
Yeah.
Definitely tune in next week. We have another couple really dope matchups for you guys. I don't even remember who it is. I think the next one is... Oh, I don't have my laptop on me. But it'll be mid. So we'll see. You have anything you want to say before we wrap up?
No, thank you to everybody that joined.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, man. I'm Seb.
I'm Larry.
And this is that One Piece Talk. Have a good one, y'all.
Later.